on the standby. No, we don't want anyone to see this. We don't know who's making that crappy noise.
Bad enough they're hearing it. Funny thing though is at least two of us are playing strats tonight.
The two worst guitar players on the show.
Funny thing though is,
well, it is Straturday night.
Well, I just dropped the pick out of my mouth. That's not a good sign.
Trying to turn up the volume.
Suppose I should prepare for the show now, considering we're a minute into it.
Oh, we live? Crap. All
right. Hold on a second.
Hold up.
It's not important to be able to play. It's just important to be able to look like you can play.
I love the new standby screen. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's another piece of art that we have apparently co-opted from Cobra Kai Platoon without paying him.
Yes. Cobra Kai, thank you so much, man. Yeah, he puts the stuff in the Discord. Oh, wrong one.
All right. I think we can start the show.
Okay.
Oh, what a way to begin.
Yuck. That wasn't me.
Sure, yeah. Johnny, who had the Trader Joe's Kung Pao chicken. Yeah.
Kung Pao.
That really was.
Pow!
That was not me.
Did he just say pow?
Count.
You,
wait. Where are we? This might be the totally wrong intro.
Oh no.
What's yeah?
Totally wrong. Wait a minute.
Shit. I'm on the wrong.
Please subscribe. Hey.
You trying to do that?
Hey, yeah, I was trying. Mine.
You got about one.
Mine doesn't do anything.
Yes.
All right, I'm done for the night. I did my part.
All right, Paul.
All right.
Take it easy. Have a good night.
Thanks. Yep,
Good.
it was good.
Yeah.
That's all I can do for the. That's all I can do for my union bill.
Wow.
Welcome, everyone. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Paul.
What's up, guys?
Paul. Long day. That's it, folks. Have a good night.
Wow, this show's gonna suck. Where's Black Salami? I need him to tell us right now.
Right?
Good night, everybody.
David Scher. E flat satisfied. He says it was a quality show, so we did good tonight.
Oh, thank you, man.
Oh, we're still here? Shit.
It's the after show, everyone. Welcome to the after show.
Oh man.
Anyway, we're just getting started. We're just getting started.
David Scher, thank you, man. Thank you, dude.
For the green donation.
Wow, yeah. And the thumbs up and the one of those. Thank you.
I'll stop that. Please.
I can't. There's a couple of things. It's 100 degrees here. Well, it was beautiful today in Arizona. But I've been up since very early. I went over to a place. We do this thing every year where we work with a veterans organization that puts together service animals with combat veterans with traumatic brain injuries and and PTSD and stuff. So went over to their campus early this morning and interviewed a bunch of teams, which is what happens when they put a veteran with a dog. They team them up and they go through training together and all that stuff. And we, interviewed all these guys early this morning. So it's just sort of been like a regular work day for me. And for whatever reason, Arizona is blowing up fireworks. I don't know why. Yeah, there's shit exploding. So I've got the dog's Ace is in his crate right now because that's where he's comfortable, and Lemmy's just running around the house, and who knows what's going to happen. So it could be a long night.
Yeah, premature Memorial Day weekend celebration.
I don't know what it is. It's Arizona, and exploding shit here is just a common thing. People, guns, bombs,
it's kind of like New
fireworks.
Hampshire. New Hampshire is very similar.
Yes, yeah. It's that whole, hey man, we're so free, we're going to shoot stuff no matter when we want to do it. So
yeah. Live free or die.
Yeah. So I'm going to just jam back as much caffeine as I can and hope I can stay up for the show.
Yeah. Well, we're happy to have you, Paul, and Johnny, and me.
Yeah, it is your show.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing this weekend? This fine May spring weekend. Yeah.
It is.
I think it's weekend. Yeah. Man, yeah. I don't even know sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm cool. We had a great show last night, actually. Jay Han and I been talking
Sorry, about
Van
5
Halen.
minutes of it. Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty good. We went live over on Instagram as well for a little bit, which is something that we plan to do, whether it's like before or during.
How does that work? You just have to link into the feed or I don't know.
No, just set up the phone, go live, try to, the goal of course is to get the people from there over here.
Mm-hmm. It's all about all about the YouTube feed. Yeah. YouTube.
Yeah.
Tubin asks, how's the Purple Axis? The Purple Axis is purple and axis-y. It's a great guitar. I actually had to order a case from Ernie Ball for it because when I got it, it only came in a gig bag because Philip McKnight didn't want to give up a good guitar case to Dane when he sold him the guitar, which I understand.
That's like 20% of the whole when you buy something like that.
Well, the Ernie Ball guitar cases are unique because you don't have to take the bar out of the guitar; you can just leave it in there, and everything is secure. It's cut to leave the bar in them. So they're great cases. And I'm not talking about the G&G ones that they for the original Eddie Van Halen model. There's also an Ernie Ball Axis hard shell case that's cut the same way, but it's just different because G&G is a premium case.
Cases are underrated. I only have a couple of good hard shell cases, but if you can get always look for the case when you're going to buy that used guitar or a new guitar too, for that matter.
And even if you walk into a secondhand store and you buy the guitar, you try to tell the guy, hey, does this come with a case? Before you make the commitment to buy the guitar, make them throw the case into it. Yeah.
Because most of the time it's no.
Yeah, right. Most of the time it's no unless you ask. They're not going to give it to you unless you ask.
Pay that extra $50 for the guitar if it comes with a hard shell case,
Almost. But it's interesting because it's almost like it's like buying a car. It's a negotiating point. Right. Guitars are, and for those people that have never done that, guitars are negotiable, man. You don't have to pay sticker price. You can work your way around it usually, They're usually charged. They usually list about 20 to 40% more than they'll take. And
if you can get to a Guitar Center or if it's actually like a brick and mortar store, you can get the setup included or get case candy or a case
bunch of strings and shit. Yeah, they'll give you like a dozen things.
Because that's the cheap stuff that they can give away, in a guitar store. Not give, you know what I mean, but
it's a loss leader.
The add-on stuff.
Yeah, it's a loss leader. So you go in there and you walk into your secondhand store and you say, hey man, I want to buy this, whatever it is, Strat. We'll do Strat because it's Straturday night. I want to buy this American Strat, and the guy wants $750 or whatever it is for the American Strat. And you go, well, yeah, I'll give you $750 if you give me a case. If not, I'll give you $600.
Right.
And they realize, okay, the case is going to be there in the closet anyway, and it's worth $150 to them, in profit. Meanwhile, they probably paid $400 for that guitar used, so they're making their money. You're making it seem like you've got a deal, and everybody walks away happy.
Yeah.
Always ask for a case. And what?
And giggling.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, everybody thinks they won in the deal when in fact everybody wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or loses, whichever way you look at it.
Yeah. Well, only if it's a Kiesel.
Man.
Shit, Renus Pinkle. If you're buying a 59 Les Paul and there's no case, don't buy the fucking guitar. Seriously.
In that case, the case is about 1% of the deal.
Who's selling a Les Paul, a 59 Les Paul without a case? That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, it better be the original case too. I mean, a 59 case is probably worth a couple grand in itself.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that anybody that would be the consideration. That'd be like selling a 63 Corvette without wheels.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know about a 69. What do you say? 63? 69?
63.
Is that the first year that they made them? No, that was 50s. Corvettes were like 50s, right?
Mm. Yeah, I was just throwing a number.
I don't mean to analyze it. I'm just showing how little I know about cars.
Doesn't matter. They're not really a big deal anymore.
No.
Yeah, because you got Uber.
That's right.
Tubin, no, the EVH case for the Frankie doesn't let you keep the bar in because the Frankie doesn't come with an EVH case, which is one of the primary complaints about that guitar. If there is a complaint about the EVH Frankie, it is that there's no case. $2,000 for a guitar with no case is
there an EVH compatible hard shell case? They must have
yeah, they make one.
Yeah, it's an upsell. Yeah, you gotta buy it separate.
Yeah, I would think. And by the way, it's a Strat. So
you're already getting a good deal for that guitar. So
yeah, but it's a Strat, so it'll fit in any Strat case. But like everyone else, you can put a Les Paul in a SKB case, but it doesn't look the same as if it was in a Gibson Les Paul case. It's like people have to have the matching thing, and with a boutique guitar or a premium guitar, you want the premium guitar case.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they're a collector. If you're just a touring guitar player, you want the heavy duty. You don't care what it looks like as long as it can get run over and be fine.
Yeah.
I got a couple Roadrunner cases, which were like second.
Those are good.
Yeah, they're basically a Fender case, but
I have an ESP Eclipse USA custom Eclipse that I have in an Epiphone Les Paul case because it fits. It fits, and the Epiphone Les Paul case is exactly the same as the Gibson Les Paul case or the ESP case, but it's fucking a third of the price because it's Epiphone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Mancuda has all the original cases for his. If you're a collector like him, he's probably got the.
Most of my guitars have the matching case.
As possible, yeah.
Most of them do, and Randy Price is right. Any guitar that costs more than $1,200 should come with a case. Anything that costs more than $1,000 should come with a case.
Definitely.
Shit, anything that costs more than $500 should come with a case. I mean, $500 guitar. Now you're starting to get into a legitimate working man's guitar. Anything $500 and less is probably a beginner's guitar, a student guitar, whatever you want to call it. But you start paying $500 to $1,000. Now you're getting into potential gigging guitar, something like that. It should have a case.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then, obviously, anything over $1,000 or better. You start talking about premium cases with Velcro retaining straps and latching case candy cases inside that have lids on them and all that shit.
Case candy.
Yeah. False Flag brings out a good point. You can buy a Chinese knockoff and it has a case. They'll ship it from China in a decent hard shell case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, welcome everybody. What is today? May 22nd?
Do your thing, Johnny.
Wow, of 2021. Midnight 14, John Beale time.
Wow.
Of May 23rd. 9:14 out here in Santa Cruz. And we are live here on YouTube, where we have channel members. Top tier of channel members are the executive producers like Charles Green, Wayno, Joe Christian, Michael B., Thomas Santiago, Music Therapy Laz, Bent Tom, The Chad, James Gum, David Shea Gamori, Michael Smith, who maybe we'll see this evening, Randy Price, who was in the chat, Stephen Franklin, Sorry, I skipped over your name last night, Stephen, because Jay had yelled out the captain, and I went right to Dan Halen. I was rewatching it today, and I noticed that. So, Stephen Franklin.
Special shout out to Stephen Franklin. Thank you, Steve.
Really?
Yes. Dan,
Why not? Why not?
That's $2 well spent.
No, these are the $9.99 guys.
Oh.
Crazy Cook, $6.78. John Moronic, Jim Ray Hawkins, Mike Neese, and Steve Carmichael.
Say it again. Steve
Carmichael. The top tier of channel memberships here on YouTube. If you'd like to become a channel member, click that join button. That's right below the thumbs ups, where we're at 31 currently. Make sure to leave a thumbs up. And of course, any super chats that come in will change the color of my lights. So if you'd like to help support the channel, support these shows, any super chats for your questions or comments, these will change. It's like magic. It's like magic, and we're working on a system to get one of these to change as well, which would be very cool. The John BL signal.
So when you shout out for the John BL signal, what? I'll get a doorbell or something in my house.
Something, yeah. We got to figure.
All right,
it'll wake you up.
My phone will alert me or something. Yeah.
It'll text a group chat in the middle of the night.
That would be fun. That'd be cool. If I could just chime in with a text or something, that'd be great.
Auto text. If you get that, if you do a donation, you get the BEH text automatically sent to your phone. BEH. BEH.
Or the meh. The BEH.
Meh.
BEH.
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah, like that guy.
Saturday.
Wow. Well, hey, we're also live on Facebook.
Wow.
On Johnny Beane TV, where we have Facebook stars help support over there. And then see, I was talking, so that wasn't me. We're live in the Van Halen 1974 to 2020 Facebook group. We're currently over 55,000 members now. And
only 54,700 of them are talking shit about Sammy and Dave. Guys, give it a rest. It's over. Jesus.
It's never gonna end. It's never gonna end. God.
It's the dumbest waste of time.
Never gonna end.
Some people are so serious about it. Some people really.
Oh my God, this doesn't happen with AC/DC fans.
Polarizing. Well, that's because Beane didn't make it.
Yeah, but point is,
he's a martyr.
AC/DC's still together, and people aren't arguing about it.
Where's
Van Halen is over.
Yes.
Michael, you suck.
What am I looking at?
Nothing.
And last but not least, follow me on Amazon. I have an Amazon show. Oh wait, that's the wrong thing.
Neil Daly. No one gives any love to Mitch Malloy. Mitch Malloy is the only guy making money right now because he's the only one in a band.
I was actually listening. Was it today? To the song that he did.
It's about time.
Yeah.
It's now or never. God,
what's that? The demo that he did with
I don't know if it's that, but
the brothers.
He sang over. See, what happened was when Van Halen was when they were auditioning people in the Van Halen before Van Halen 3, they were sending out that demo to people, and then they would send them back. Gary did one, whoever, and then I guess Mitch, was considered for a little while, and he went and he kind of finished his. But you can tell it's a demo because there's no guitar solo. And the mix, the drums are just a little, the mix just isn't totally there.
Yeah.
But still, it's very cool.
I haven't heard that one.
I would
heard the Gary one. That's about the only one I've probably.
That's Why I Love You is what that one was. Yeah. Oh yeah, just you can YouTube it. Yeah, just Mitch Malloy Van Halen.
I probably won't, but
it's not bad. I mean, it's really not bad. But
it's a very poppy song. I can send it to you. I'll send it to you in the chat. It's a super poppy song, but it would have made Van Halen even more corporate sounding. Again, wrong guy. Just wrong guy for the gig. Good singer, good pop song, wrote nice lyrics to it, but it's just incongruous with what Van Halen is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. I'd like to have an instrumental version of it. Because I like the music. I mean,
well, why didn't you audition? You could have, if you had reached out to the camp at that time and said, "Look, I'm trying to audition. I'd love to have a background or a backing tape that I can sing to." Man, you missed your opportunity. Paul, you too. I mean, you're the singer.
Yeah, I should have. I missed my. Yeah, it's funny. I wanted that gig, but my friend got it and then fucked it up.
That's right. Yeah, you and Gary go way back.
Yeah, Gary and I have known each other for a long time. Well, it's one of those great things too, where you don't talk for a long time, and then hey man, what's going on? Like we've been buddies forever. Like we talk all the time. We don't. We did for a long time though. We did early on, when Extreme was doing their thing. We crossed paths a lot in clubs, and they used to come up to my radio show when I was doing college radio. I have here. We'll go back because I talked about this the other night.
How far back do you and the Extreme Boys go? When did you first meet them?
Before Nuno was even in the band.
Dream. So is that
the Dream? Yeah, this is the original album. This is when Gary. It was before Nuno was even in the band, even though he signed the record.
Let's tell by the hairstyles. That's got to be early '80s.
Yeah, this is where the original version of "Mother Don't Want to Go to School Today" comes from. Oh. The Dream was Peter Hunt, David Rich, Gary Cherone, Paul Mangone, and Paul Geary, and known these guys since then.
And it's vinyl.
Yeah.
Is that Gary on the? That's Gary on the
cover.
Yes,
that's Gary on the cover. Yeah, when he was trying to look like Paul Stanley.
Gary Cherone as
I would say it kind of looks like Billy Squire.
A little bit like Billy Squire too, with the colors and stuff. But yeah, I got old like Christmas cards from those guys back in like the '80s.
What year is that?
This I don't know.
I'm guessing like 83, 84 by the look of the band and the.
Hang on, I think it's 82.
When did Extreme become
Extreme? Extreme became Extreme because CBS Television bought the rights to the name The Dream. CBS had a TV show called Dreams for like one season. It was supposed to be about a band out of Minneapolis. Remember when the Minneapolis thing was happening? Yeah, they had dreams and stuff. So CBS Television bought the rights to the name of The Dream, and this is 1983.
I called it.
Yeah, and they and the funny thing about it is when they did. Paul Geary changed the license plate, and you might actually, if you drive around Boston, you might actually still see it. Paul Geary bought a Corvette in the mid '80s, and his license plate number was X-Dream. And because they had sold, that's where they made their money to make their demos originally, so that they could get their demos that they shopped around.
So is that how they came up with the name Extreme?
Yeah, they sold their name. Extreme. Yeah,
wow, that's great.
Yeah,
that's really cool. I never knew that.
Wait, so they sold the name of their band?
They sold the name of the band because CBS had this show, and I guess Paul Geary had trademarked the name The Dream.
What label is that on?
It's an independent label. It's just called Top Records or whatever. TOPPE. I don't know where it's located.
It's almost like before when you could get a domain name, trademark the name or.
Well, yeah, you trademark the name. I have the trademark of my old band's name, but they do run out. You can trademark and service market in the state, but there's an expiration date. Like it's like a 20-year period and stuff. Then you have to renew the trademark.
Did you?
So they sold
trademark Straturday, Johnny. Shh. I'll do it.
Now there's your.
Years, 40 years later, and it's a totally different.
Yeah. So then when Extreme broke up, Paul went into management. Managed Godsmack, and a couple other people, and then sold his management company to. I guess he merged it with Irving Azoff. So that worked out.
Good move.
Worked out pretty good for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Paul now he just does management and stuff. He was an all right drummer. But the best drummer I think that Extreme's ever had in the band was Mike Mangini. He was in the band for one record.
And Kevin Porno Graffiti was that
Paul's on the first two records. He's on the big record that makes a lot of money, and I think he's on 3 Sides to Every Story as well. But then Waiting for the Punchline is Mangini, and that's why that record sounds so much heavier. He's a much much heavier swing than Paul does. Paul's a little more jazzy than
Don't mean a
Mangini.
thing if you can get that swing.
Well,
that's what they say anyway.
So there you go. There's your little background on Gary Cherone and Extreme.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Flat wants you to turn around and get something else from your library there.
Why? So you can show my ass crack?
Yeah.
Jay,
someday we got to go through the archives of Paul, see what you really got in there.
I've got a ton of shit. I mean,
I know you do. I mean, you have anything we mentioned, you've got a copy of it somewhere.
A lot of them, yeah. I got a fairly extensive library. Yeah. Yes. But look, I mean, you know, some people collect cars, some people collect, you know, guitars, some people collect bottle caps or beer cans or whatever it is. I happen to like music, so.
Yeah, there's worse things you could be collecting.
Sherman Callahan, thank you. Thank you for the stars, man. Hey, Michael Smith, thank you for the stars as well, dude. Michael, are you going to be here tonight?
Captain.
Hello, Becky Borman Brown from Texas. Watching
you
from
looking
Facebook.
At Facebook?
I'm looking at Johnny Bean TV Facebook.
Are we live in the Van Halen group? 70 or
yeah, we are. I don't know if anyone's there, but that's the goal is to get everybody in there over here, because with 55,000 people,
right?
Why not? You know,
they're probably all silently watching.
They're all talking about Hagar versus Cherone.
Jesus.
First Malloy, first Roth.
Sharon Wilddollar is over there. Bernie Millen is over there.
Welcome.
I see you guys in the chat. Fernando Riley. Hey, Fernando. Good to see you, man. He's a channel member here on YouTube. Good to see. Yeah, good to see everybody. Yeah, who do we have? Who do we have on the YouTube side? We got 88 people.
Let's see if I can
from here.
Got a short list here.
I'll read. Say hi. Say hi in the chat.
Yeah. 7 over 8 is creeping on us. He's out there somewhere. We may see him later. David Ennis, legendary David Ennis.
David Ennis.
Did you ever get that Wolfgang repair? You get that back, or you're still waiting on that? Takes time for a quality repair, right?
Yes, it does. And there's no rush. No, there's no hurry at all. But yeah, that's being done. And then there's another Wolfgang. Did I ever mention this?
I don't know.
Or not. There will be a new guitar day coming up very soon here. But technically, it's not a new guitar because it's all parts that I had sitting back there.
New build.
But it's a new build. Yeah.
Nice.
So look for that. Look for that very soon. That'll be awesome.
Nice.
And thank you to you know who.
Yes. We don't know, but you know.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai. Hey, Cobra Kai. Thanks for all the artwork. Very good stuff.
Dude. Cobra Kai, man. This is awesome, man. I saw that in the Discord yesterday.
An ace. Have an ace on there. Perfect. Honor will remember. 5150 OU812. What's that, man?
Anytime one of us has to use the bathroom, there's the card.
That's good, man. I like that.
You know?
Classic. What do they call that? What's that?
The TV screen?
The TV, like the standby screen. Isn't there like the color tone and bars or something? That's different, but anyway.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yes. Austin LaFond, Daniel Vanderlinden, thank you. E-flat 916, Halface, Jeff Davidson, John Moronic, Kevin Bethel, Craven Soda, Michael B, Mo Beerman, Miles Taylor, Renus Pinkle, Rick Green, Robot Master Switch, Thomas Santiago, Thrash Metal and Fun Riffs, Vistalite 1972, and the rest. Thanks for watching tonight.
Yes, we love all of you.
Yes. Where do we go from here?
Well, I had the Trader Joe's Kung Pao chicken tonight. I'm feeling a little better, you know.
What did I have? I had
A little better.
Oh, I had some steak tips tonight. Good, nice restaurant up in Reading, Massachusetts.
The Nines?
No, not the Nines, man. I don't know about the Nines. I
Well,
might be going there tomorrow. Maybe I might be going to the Nines tomorrow, though.
The Nines is for steak tips.
Oh,
you get your steak tips at the Nines.
Yeah, no.
What are steak tips?
You can do a lot better than the Nines.
Pieces of steak?
Steak tips, man. I don't understand why the rest of the country hasn't.
I've never heard of steak tips.
It's just
it's a New England thing.
It's like a good cut of meat. It's like a I don't know what they call it in the rest of the country. It's just a nice tips. They're like the tips of the good cuts.
Jay, you ever heard of steak tips?
It's scraps, basically. It's scraps.
But they're not scraps. They're like
they're the best cuts. Yeah, but when they cut a sirloin or when they cut a New York strip, there's still stuff left on the end. So the sirloin tips, any steak, they just get sort of thrown off to the side. Instead of getting rid of them, they package them and then broil them up nicely, and they get nice and tender. So the little chunks of
everyone in the chat's like, ball tips, sirloin tips. Cows don't have tips. I didn't realize that's only really a New England thing, because I even went to
meat.
Upstate New York, and they had no clue what I was talking about. Trying to find a good butcher shop or something.
Yeah, if you slow cook them, it's
which one?
The top,
the tiny little chunks.
Not the tiny one. No, I mean those are like those are petite tips. You want
scroll down.
Go to the first one that was
scroll down. There you go. Right.
I mean those are tips, but those are like petite tips. You got to get
these
a good like.
They're kind of like it's like burnt ends without the bone.
Yeah, they're just small pieces of steak, small high quality pieces of steak that are.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And they're like, you get like six, maybe six of them in an order, and they're like.
I mean, granted that looks like chunks of dog shit, but
but if you're looking at steak, that's good steak.
I actually like the burnt ends of steak, man. I like my steak, whether medium well or whatever. I don't like that
medium.
I don't like when it's still bleeding.
Oh no, you gotta black and blue your steak, man.
Ugh.
Pittsburgh style.
I don't like.
Charred
weird.
Outside and bloody red in the middle.
Well, yeah. To me, that's not properly cooked. They got to.
By the way,
so steak tits. That's what steak tits are.
Right steak tits. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. That looks
Half
good,
of those
man.
pictures are like just stew steak, though. That's like you got to get.
Yeah, some of these look better than the others.
Yeah, I like that pile right there. No. Go back down.
Which
right there on the right, right there. Take that green shit off of there.
Yeah,
that looks good.
Parsley.
Yeah,
this
parsley.
Filler.
What's the point of that?
No.
Some of it looks like dog food.
Yeah,
but some of it,
right there, the pan-seared steak tips. That's what a good steak tip looks like, right there. Yeah, about the size of a good potato, half a potato or something. Yes.
Wow.
Oh yeah. See, that looks really good. Yep. Oh man, we had Sonic for dinner tonight on the way home.
Oh boy.
I ate about a quarter of the burger. It was disgusting. And the tater tots were disgusting. They tasted like they were 2 days old. And they just reheated them.
Tater tots suck,
dude. The ones that
unless they're prepared right.
The ones at Sonic usually is pretty good, man.
I'd rather have steak fries. Tater tots are like.
What's your favorite French fry in the?
I love tots, man.
What's your favorite fry?
Tater tots are the hot dog of potatoes.
No, tots are good, man.
Some places do them great. There are some gourmet tater tots out there. But
what's better than tater tots? Crispy Crowns. The Orida, I think, makes them or whatever. The Crispy Crowns.
Is that the ones that they look like waffles?
They're not as fat as tater tots. They're like, what, John? You're already cutting people off.
Potato chips or something.
Jesus, I'm here for 5 minutes. I'm here for 5 minutes. No one.
By the way, Jay, several people in the chat. You and I have beef apparently that I didn't know about.
Every week.
Beef tips?
Yeah, beef tips.
Beef tips. And tater tots suck.
I love them.
Wayno and I, when we lived together, we could make a meal out of a couple of bags of Ore-Ida steak fries.
Hey now, who's that?
That's Caleb.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Playing-
the dog crate.
Yeah, he's playing a guitar that I sold him.
Star Wars Battleship. What is that? Star Wars.
Star Wars Battleship.
Battle. Yeah. Interesting.
So that's the beauty about Caleb having a young kid. He can get toys and get away with it, and not look like an idiot. Like us in our 40s and 50s, pulling out toys, we look like retards. But him, you know, no, I don't mean the disabled Johnny. I mean legitimate retards.
Well, you
There's a difference.
Yeah, remember when you could like call your friends that in public and it was no big deal? I know. Once something like that turns into a slang word, like
I know you can't. But I'm gonna do the J on you, and I'm gonna take it back. I'm taking it back. I'm taking that word back. It's okay.
Go ahead. Say that on your Phoenix show there. Say that on your radio FM show there. Probably won't go over too well.
What, retard?
If you say it like what's his name from Family Guy, you'll probably be fine.
Yeah. Or you can do it. Oh, you have to say it if you say it incorrectly, like Zach Galifianakis, you can get away with it too. If you refer to somebody as a retard, nobody for whatever reason, nobody takes offense to it.
Right. Because they feel sorry for you because you can't pronounce it correctly.
Look, if you make fun of people who are disabled, you're an asshole.
Yes.
All right. Calling somebody a retard is different than making fun of. Well, at least it should be.
Well, now it's not anymore.
I know. That's the suck part.
All the fun gets zapped out of everything. You can't even make fun of your friends anymore.
That's the worst part. There's a whole bunch of words you can't use anymore because fucking sensitive people. Oh no, I take that back. Not sensitive people, but assholes with an agenda have co-opted these words and taken all the fun out of it, and it sucks.
Yeah,
it's like you can't make a fucking Mel Brooks movie today. You can imagine if Mel Brooks made one of his movies today, we'd all be in trouble. We'd all be. It's hate speech and all that stupid shit.
I was watching Spaceballs the other night, and it's very politically incorrect. I mean, the go-to is what's the Blazing Saddles is the go-to like movie, but
especially the part where they're trying to when they're recruiting all the guys, and the guy drops like rape, arson, murder, rape, and he goes, "You said rape twice." He goes, "I like rape." Jesus, man.
Oh my gosh!
Like if you even that scene in and of itself could never be shown because of that.
No.
Yeah.
It's just the worst.
Wow. By the way, if anybody's watching this, text us a picture to 415-952-3263. What, John Beal?
415-952-3263. That's all I'm saying. I look angry in that picture.
Ah, shit. Now somebody's going to have to go back and get a shitload of dimes.
Lepetamain Thruway.
Thruway. Honorable William J. Lepetamain Thruway.
What'll that asshole think of next?
Now, but if somebody's going to have to ride back and get a shitload of dimes.
Anybody got a dime?
See, that's fucking good humor right there. That's funny shit.
It is.
And you know what?
He was a genius.
We can talk about that movie like it's a classic, but you still like, you can't make something like that anymore.
Right.
No, especially the dance scene at the end.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah. When they get in the big fight. I mean, just the whole movie is wrong. Although I will occasionally quote a couple of the few quotes in the movie. Mongo merely pawn in Game of Life. I try to get that.
Maybe I'll get that one out there. John BL, you drinking? You buying?
Yeah. I'll spot you, Jay. You can. I get the rum and Coke. You can.
What kind of rum are you drinking tonight? I see it's kind of shadowed in there. So is it a
captain?
The
captain.
The captain.
The captain.
The captain.
Yeah. This thing's getting empty though. I gotta fill up in a little bit.
You're kind of a cheap date because we were talking about 40 minutes ago and you didn't even have a buzz rocking, and I can already hear the slurring. You're good. Good for you.
Hey.
No, good for you. That's great.
I don't drink enough. That's just telling me I don't drink enough.
No, that's awesome. Shit, man. I wish I could get drunk on a couple of fucking drinks.
Oh yeah, I'm a cheap date too, man. Two rum and cokes, and I'm good to go. I don't like to get drunk anymore. I just like to get a good buzz.
Same
so
here.
I still know, and I get bad hangovers, man. If I have like 3 or 4 of them, some bitches, good luck getting me up in the morning. I'm pissed, and then I got to make toast and drink Gatorade before bed, and then I go to bed, with a full. Yeah, it's
not worth it, man.
No, especially when the 2 little ones down there they don't understand what a hangover is yet,
Excedrin and water.
Never do. Well, when you roll 250 plus and you're the son of a flaming alcoholic, you're sort of screwed. You got the genetic disorder and you got the body size to just soap it all up. It sucks. Don't get me wrong. I love drinking and I'm good at it and I can do it for about 80% of the bottle. But I wish I could just have a couple drinks and be hammered. That'd be fucking great.
Imagine how
so much cheaper. Oh, I know.
The Giant, he couldn't drink enough. Oh, I'm out of here. See you later. Bye.
Fuck out of here.
You guys can't be in the same place at the same time.
Oh, what happened?
Nothing. I don't know. He wants to create a beef. Let's go.
Caleb and Jay have
Bring
beef.
it on.
Beef
we
tips.
have beef.
I'll be right back too.
Oh
all
man.
Right. You know what?
Johnny,
I'm gonna
have beef too.
I'm gonna go get a Pepsi.
Well, Caleb, welcome.
Dude, you go too. That would be awesome.
Do you really want me to leave?
Oh my God. There's no beef. I don't understand what's going on.
Nothing's going on. Hey, I was watching your the Nerd Halen Get Up solo. That was great. I was watching that earlier and I was thinking about, that was originally done on a Steinberger. So you did it on a non-Steinberger.
I did it on a non-Steinberger.
Yeah, and I always kind of thought that was probably possible, but what kind of limitations did you have because you weren't using a Steinberger? Anything?
Well, the song only has the Steinberger effect really in the rhythm part, the and he's using that as like a slide, because every time you pull or push those strings up or down, they go up or down in pitch, just like you would if you had a slide going along the strings. That's what makes the trans trem on the Steinberger different.
And you kind of did that on the outro for the on the Floyd. On the outro you kind of did. You definitely used the Floyd a little to get that.
Yeah, I just cheated kind of with that.
Right.
It obviously doesn't sound the same, but that's really the only thing he's doing special with the Steinberg, with the trans trem on that song. So there's no like pitch changing at all on that song.
Yeah, but, and usually in like Live Without a Net on the solos, he didn't really use what he uses it for summer nights. He uses the
Steinberger for summer nights and Get Up.
Those
and he used it also on the inside.
Oh, okay.
If you listen closely to the solo on the inside, he pulls up, and he's never pulled up in any other solo up to that point, and so he's definitely used that guitar on that song.
He uses it on something else. Oh, the Live Without a Net, like the first night when they did Rock and Roll at the end. He's using the Steinberger. You can hear it.
Yeah.
In the first night. So which recording is that? Is that on the is that just a bootleg that you've heard that on? I've heard the first night stuff, but
well, it's not a bootleg. I have it. It came from a bootleg, but
was it the Westwood One stuff, or
it might be?
Yeah.
But God, that's like the next thing I want, right? Is a trans trem. I think you got to have that. They're so hard to come by. I can have one for $5,000 or $6,000, but
is there any aftermarket equivalent?
Sorry, I don't have one, Caleb. I can sell to you at a steep discount.
Yes, I was kind of throwing that out there as a feel just to see if you chime in and go, hey, oh wait, let me go to the closet. No.
Is that design really like, you know, patented and trademarked that no one can really do like an aftermarket thing? Or?
Yeah, and they only made so many, and
Right.
there's only so many out there. Just like the EBMMs, there's only just what's made, and that's it. So it's kind of like gold.
Right.
It's being traded, and
Rob
it's
Johnson
obviously in demand. They made the last Steinberger in, was it 2008, 2007? And
the last Transtrem, or
yeah,
the last Steins, or they're one and the same, I suppose.
Yeah, the last version of it. It was but that's it. It's over. So all there is
well,
what's
that patent's going
available.
to run out at some point, so someone's got to get on that and make sure that it's ready for the.
Yeah, what are we talking? Like 40 years or something? Like how long?
No, what are they? I don't know. 25 years or something. I don't know. Who's the?
And is it 25 years past 2008 or past 1979 or 1983 or
patent
84?
Probably came out, and yeah, I mean, I would think. Look that up, Johnny.
It's 84.
Or who is it? Randy Price. Look that up.
I just read it today. I think the Transrem was patented in 84. So.
Well, that's over 25 years. Or, yeah, just over
37 years to be exact.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, I mean, God, if someone was to reissue those, I think there'd be a good market for it. I think people.
I don't know about that, man. I think that where we are with guitar, I think guys like you would like it. I think
do it with a pedal now.
If the Transtrem was that in demand, it would be being made. I mean, that's the thing, is it's a cool piece of vintage equipment, but when it's all said and done, if it were fiscally viable, it would be being produced. And that's the sad part about it is we all love it, and there's a small market, a limited market to it. But once you put them into production and that limited market is satiated, then what? Then you end up losing money, and you can't just build these things for a small limited run. They end up, there's a certain amount that they have to do for the amount of equipment that they need to manufacture the parts and everything like that.
It's isn't it basically like pulleys on each string that compensate for the, to keep it in tune?
I'm not versed, so
I know we've kind of analyzed it before.
Greek to me, it seems like it's freaking smoke and mirrors. I don't know what's going on there, but to have that many things moving and changing at once to keep a guitar in pitch as you stretch the strings over 4 or 5 steps, I believe.
Yeah, I think they can do that. I think they just do that with a pedal now.
That's remarkable.
A rocker pedal that does that. Like a
pedal,
like a whammy pedal, like the Morley.
The whammy, or they got the drop.
Yeah,
I guess it's called.
And that goes to the extreme too. That's like several octaves.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess I should just get one of those.
No, well, sure, cool. You should get one of those for your stage show if you're going to do it.
But hey, I learned how to do Summer Nights, just the chords without a in standard. So
right,
fuck it.
What are you, big timing us?
Yeah, totally.
What's the guitar?
I'm trying to get Jay to leave again. So
oh yeah, well Jay will get drunk and just pick a beef. That's what they have to do. You get drunk and start a fight.
Yeah, Randy Price.
What?
Randy Price sent a text saying that the Transtrem patent expired.
Yeah. So someone out there, get on that.
Cobra Kai platoon.
Great avatar, Randy Price too. That's still shot.
Let's go.
Good luck finding somebody to make that thing and sell them.
Yeah, that's the tough part. Is
let's pool our money, guys. The Straturday night tremolo.
Yeah. I haven't seen that Steinberger with the volume pots on the side of it like that. What's
it says that's a guitar synthesizer. I've never seen one of those.
Me neither.
That's the one you want.
You can see the pickup behind the bridge.
You see it? Yeah.
Wow,
pretty cool, man.
What's going on with that?
Where are those? How many of those were made?
That's it. That's the only one.
GL2 GR, GL2 TGR.
Maybe they were never made. I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, then they mustn't exist.
Alan,
if you haven't heard of it.
Yeah, Alan. What do you know about those, man? Alan must know about those.
Can we ever get like someone like Jeff Babbitt, is that his name, on the show or something, so we could find out? Like,
sure.
Hey, Babbitt!
Beat me too.
Such a good card. Oh, that one is. They were the best, man.
Sorry,
I have
Babbitt.
I have them on Instagram.
I thought putty. Isn't that the same one? The first appearance
Babbitt.
of Tweety.
Craven Soda wants to know what kind of picks I use. Holy crap! I just use the Jazz 3 Tortex. Yeah. These have the sharper tip than the regular.
Yes.
Are these the? Yeah. Well, this one's a little worn out because I've been playing a little bit.
Yeah.
So regular.
Surprised you don't have pink picks.
Dude, if they made these in pink, I'd get them in pink. I would.
Custom picks.
Well, Dunlop, the only options they have for this pick and a custom pick is yellow, black, and white. So maybe I'll have to go with another company then, I guess, huh?
Why don't you go with Intune? Intune has that feel.
That's really?
One.
Yeah.
And can I get hot pink ones?
Yes.
Ooh.
With the Gizmochi logo and everything, and your signature.
Ooh, I don't know if anybody wants my signature. Speaking of Van Halen,
does he have to say but he does have to say signature very effeminately like that.
Look how old these are. I've had these pics for so long. They say add me on MySpace.
Whoa.
And it's crooked.
That's a collector's item. Right
pink,
there.
Yeah, Intune. I've been with Intune since 2007.
That was actually the first conversation I ever had with Johnny Beane was I asked him about custom picks. And Johnny Beane hooked me up with Intune. And that was our first message back and forth, I believe.
Instantly in love. That was it.
Beginning of our relationship.
Caleb, did he tell you once you got him made to send him some free ones?
Oh, yeah, of course. But I did.
Nerd Helen.
Stainless steel picks?
I have used the stainless steel pick, and it sucked.
I have one in here.
You want to eat through your strings even faster?
Yeah, I've got this. These were on eBay.
Look at that thing.
Oh, the quarter?
In the mid-2000s. Yeah. On eBay, I got a bunch of these, and I actually got a 50-cent piece. I don't know where it is, but it's 50 cent. 50 cent. These are small. These are like those little jazz picks. But these are what Eddie was using. So he was having these.
That's what gave him mouth cancer.
Yeah, this was in his mouth, and he was in the electromagnetic field. And
yes, exactly. That's what caused it. Wasn't the cigarettes? Had nothing to do with cigarettes.
I do have a stainless steel pick in here somewhere.
Yeah, I still have one somewhere. One in a pick drawer somewhere. But
so, gentlemen,
I just have one of these.
There you go.
I have one of those. I do have a pick punch though. And I like to get, like, whenever I get one of those shopping club cards, I'll punch like 3 or 4 picks out of it.
I'll send you this pink one for substantial price.
It's kind of used.
Yeah, a little bit.
So I'm going to.
By the way, my picks are 0.60. I don't know what other guys. I guess it's between a thin and a medium, or yeah.
Mine are like Fender heavies.
Oh, there you go.
I used to use the 0.60s, but once I started using the yellows, I was like, "Whoa, I can pick faster now."
Those yellow, the 73s that was my pick forever until I believe I know Eddie used a thinner pick, and it does help, or at least psychologically, it helps with the the butterfly picking. There's something about it. There's like a little snap to it. So
yeah, it gives them. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's kind of like the card and the bike spoke.
Yeah, you put a Mickey Mantle rookie card in your Mark McGuire.
Mark McGuire.
See, speaking of like different like nylon picks compared to like the Tortex kind, and then. I know like Thomas McRockland told me to try the Flow. Let me whip these out so I can show you guys.
Excuse me while I whip these out.
Yeah. So you're not gonna be able to friggin' see that. Jesus Christ. Son of a.
Gosh.
So here's a 73, and yeah, you're not gonna. To, but the material is different. You know, it's more plasticky. It's kind of cool, but for my style of playing, I'm a very percussive picker. I feel like the Tortex material is definitely like, you know, when you listen to the, like you turn the amp off or whatever, and you just listen to the acoustic, you know, sound of the guitar. In my opinion, for my playing, the Tortex material definitely adds like aggressiveness to the attack of the you know, of the picking, and that's why I can't move away from the Tortex material. I can't.
Jesus Rapes Me makes a good point.
What?
He says the pick slides with the thinner picks are really, you know, that's where it's at. So I believe that's mostly.
Yeah. You know why?
It digs in.
Is it because it's eating the pick away?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it fits, but it fits into the. It doesn't just graze over. It kind of dives into each groove.
I had a red pick. I had a red Tortex here that I would use for. Is this it right here? For any slides that I would use, and I would grab this one pick for any pick scrapes, if I can even pick it up.
Remember when I was a kid, I sawed a pick in half with an E on the E string, trying to do it like with the amplifier and the guitar turned way up, pretending like I was doing the intro to Atomic Punk.
and ever burn a
and it cuts it, you know, started to cut a notch in it, and I kept going and going and going until the thing split.
But he used his palm, Paul.
I know that. I was fucking 10.
If you've ever tried like lit one of these on fire, like a they dissolve into nothing.
We have a pyro on our. We have a pyro on our.
There we go.
Almost. The
smell's horrible.
I was just going to say,
lighting one of those on fire.
They turn in. They like burn away to nothing. There's nothing left after you.
That's how you know John Biel's starting to get a buzz. He's like, all right, let's set fire to some shit.
What have we got in here?
Dude, you just set yourself up for like 50. You set yourself up for like 50 callbacks for the rest of the show. Just saying.
Oh, of course. Let me see if I can find a good one. I don't even know. I don't know. Oh, here's the thin one. Yeah, let me try the thin one.
I wonder what it's like if I burn it.
Huh? Are you gonna light one?
Maybe. Let's set it on fire.
Where'd it go?
Oh, come on!
Come back, John.
I do this to everybody.
Now Caleb has beef with John.
Beef with John.
He's got beef. Right. Beef. It's what for Saturday nights.
Beef
tips. Do this.
He's got some beefy tips.
Beef BLs. Oh no!
Oh, he is gonna light it.
Whoa!
That one didn't quite work.
Whoa!
No, just fine.
The curtains are gonna be up.
Oh my god!
It's all good.
That'll be fucking hilarious.
That's Exhibit A.
Somebody's calling now.
That's his girlfriend. What are you nuts?
It turned into dust.
Dude, he just burned your finger. No?
I'm on fire!
Gosh.
Holy shit, that was
John's
scary.
on fire!
I don't know which kind it is. It's like a tortoise shell or something, but it turns into complete dust if you burn them. I found that out years ago.
I think it was that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nobody
I don't have a
burns
smoke
these
detector
things
in here.
tonight but me!
Holy shit. That
The
was...
Atomic Pyro!
I wish we had replay.
John Biel!
Who was that?
Yeah!
Somebody just called and they
This
were
is all
singing
that's
Talking
left.
Heads.
Here, see if you can play with that.
Dude, you did that
Beef
right in
jerky
your
time.
Yeah, it's all right. Nothing.
Oh my gosh.
It's all good.
Somebody timestamped that.
What's in those drumming?
You get your money's worth.
That
I was
definitely.
gonna say go outside.
I got a fan.
Talk about thumbnail.
I bet
thumbnail.
You're
Melted.
I guarantee your whatever your neighbor, your upstairs or downstairs neighbor is calling the fucking fire department right now. What's that smell?
Yes.
The drunk guy downstairs.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It turns into nothing. It just burns up. It
probably
burns really
upstairs,
intense for about 5 seconds, and then it turns into nothing.
It turns into
I was
flame.
watching the Johnny Bean show, and this
There we go.
total retard
Johnny's gonna play the replay.
lights his plectrum up.
Plectrum.
Which way is slow, Jay? Which way is slow? 0.25 or
Yeah,
125?
that's-
0.25. 0.25.
Wayno, thank you, man. And false flag, thank you, dude. Here, let's replay that.
There we
Oh my
go.
gosh.
Flaming plectrum.
His
Like,
neighbors upstairs are like, man, John Biel.
No, seriously,
John's
didn't-
got some serious.
there's not even any smoke or anything.
Shit.
It's
What
funny
the
because
What
if you
is that
smell
bloody
those things,
smell?
if you smell those things without burning them, they're gnarly. Like the old Fender ones, you know, when you smell those. you're like,
Were they the
"Whoa."
ones that were like originally tortoise shell or something? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know if it's real tortoise shell or.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know, but I don't know how many. Well, that's why tortoises.
Oh, here we
spend so
go.
much
Right
time in
here
the
we
There
go.
it is.
Oh, flaming.
Glad
Is
I've
it?
created some amazing content.
That's a
for the show.
fire.
Is he showing the pic yet? There it is.
There it is.
Go on,
Here we
roll
go,
John Biel
flaming.
around.
Yeah, bro, you be all right. You be all right.
See
You
it.
got it.
Wait, where'd he go?
We go eat. We go eat.
Keep it.
Get a whole 2 gallon of gasoline. We'll go to 5. Get that goddamn lot of fluid out of there.
We get lean.
I
Get a
think it
whole 2
already.
gallon of gasoline.
Oh wait.
Oh
he
no.
left.
Okay, now yeah,
Was
he
it-
leaves.
Was it
He
after he
leaves.
left?
Yeah.
It was out
There
here.
it is.
Oh.
There it is. There it is.
This is a Bruder film. Back and to the left.
Oh,
Back
shit.
and to the left.
Oh shit!
This is like
He
Gene Simmons
lies.
at the end of Firehouse.
Right?
He lights his plectrum and it completely burns his face off.
Look at my face. Like, what are you doing?
Holy shit.
Throws it away.
Look at that smile.
Look at the smile.
Look at the
That's
evil.
that.
Look at the look on his face. It's like,
That's
oh,
a pyro smile.
yeah, look at him. Look at the. He's so satisfied with himself. That's an evil motherfucker right there.
Oh, come on.
Oh, the super
got
chats are
some
going to roll in now.
You get your money's worth here. There you
The
go.
super chats
Where
are
else
gonna
can you
roll
see
in.
that? Where else can you see someone?
Look at. He's still thrilled with himself. Like, yeah.
Wow.
That's how you burn.
Wow.
John Biel.
Go ahead and try that at home, folks.
Yeah.
That John Biel's an evil motherfucker, man.
Yes.
Wow.
Monterey Pop. There you go.
What we need is you sitting outside of a tiki bar with Henry Hill talking about trying to bang that Jew broad.
God. There it is.
Hey,
There's
trying
what's
to bang this Jew broad over here. You're all listen to you. You're Tommy. You're fucking the bullshit. Look at you, all happy.
You guys keep talking shit. I'm gonna burn your shit down. Thumbs up.
You too can try that at home.
Yeah, that's great. Sherman Callahan. That's the happiest I've ever seen him. The only time John Biel's ever been happier is when he showed us the mini
You
stage
know my
setup.
secret now. You know my my dark secrets.
Holy shit!
Right. John, did you equip that 5150 mock-up with pyro?
Oh yeah. You have to have the
That was
the,
a test run right there.
Oh no.
there's pics all
Oh.
across the stage.
Oh, that's horrible.
Johnny's the one who's posting it. Johnny's the one
Too
who's
soon.
I don't even know what that's about.
Oh,
but-
wow. Yeah, there was a fire right near my house.
Oh, that's
here.
right. Yeah, you were showing that last week.
A guy
But,
from Boston,
but-
they said.
But obviously the drummer can't
Thankfully,
spell
I'm not from
Palisades. But
Boston.
that's
Look at
I need the
Melt your
We're
glass.
gonna
take
slow mo the rest of
glasses
the
off
show.
of that.
Thank
I
you, Jesus.
I wonder what a like a pick like that would do.
yes, Alan.
I don't
they
know. Why
caught-
don't you try
they
it?
Caught they caught the
That's all you get
firebug.
for this week.
Yeah, they caught.
Do
the
it
guy.
again. Do it again.
Hey, so check
Replay.
this out.
Oh, look at this one. I got a triangle Tortex one.
Get the matches.
It's an evil laugh, right?
Yeah.
There you go, folks. That's your entertainment for the week.
oh,
You know what, though? I mean, let's face it. That's a good way to start a fire and leave no evidence. Like if you're an arsonist, why not grab a pick?
See that?
What's going on there?
You just happen to be.
What's that all about?
$14.99. A
Where?
buddy of mine just asked me if this is a good price. There's a music store near his house.
Holy
And
shit.
he said, "What's
Is
a
he
good
in
price
Phoenix?
on this? A local shop has it." And I said, "That's a steal. Get it." And he
What's
said,
the
"I'm gonna
serial
go.
number?
I'm gonna go check it out on Monday, dude. It's not gonna be available Monday. That thing's gonna go."
Monday.
I don't think Dane has sold the one that I brought back to him yet. I was there on Monday, and it was still sitting in the case. Monday. He has it in a glass display case, which is where it belongs. Keep it away from the kids.
Wow. Well, it is 55.
Nobody gives a shit.
I know.
They just don't care. Hi, Lemmy.
How's she doing?
She's old.
What are the Frankies going for? Like if you wanted to sell one on eBay right now or Reverb or something?
18.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you get I mean that's on the low side. They're obviously getting $2,000 a piece for them. Yeah. For some of them because of the demand.
Yeah, people are paying 23 just to have one today.
Yeah, the cheapest I've seen one is $17.99.
And what's the retail?
$18.99.
There's $17.99, right?
Well, depending on where you go, I guess. Because I've seen $18.99.
Oh, they might have bumped it up this year because there's inflation everywhere. So, yeah,
everything has gone up. All guitars, all plastics, all food. Try getting chicken wings. Jesus Christ! Try getting some chicken wings. I went to Costco. I was going to buy an air fryer on Wednesday because I just had a craving for chicken wings and I didn't want to pay, takeout prices. So I'm like, oh fuck it, I'll just get an air fryer and start doing it at home because I usually bake them. I got the air fryer, got it in the little basket, went around, walked over to the frozen section so I could grab my 10-pound bag of chicken wings. No chicken wings at Costco. Nothing. Like, what the hell? There's a huge, I guess, demand for them right now because one of the processing plants shut down during COVID, so they weren't processing chicken. And by processing, I mean chopping the fucking wings off them.
Yeah, gas by me was like in the beginning of January it was like 212, 210. Now it's like 20 minutes away. We saw 285 today, 270, 275. I'm like,
it's 320 here, 330.
I was gonna say that's not too bad.
I don't want to say what it is here.
Yeah, but I'm in South Carolina, so that is bad.
Isn't it?
It's like $5 here.
Yeah, it's almost $5 in California.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I got like 268 was what I paid yesterday. So
it's and the funny thing about it is it's the Texas refineries are getting paid. The price of oil went up the price of oil went up 50 cents a barrel. The price of gasoline went up 55 cents a gallon in like the past 2 weeks. So weird. Like the 50 cents a gallon per barrel and 55 cents retail. So they're basically making 5 cents over what the price was but 5 cents times a 32-gallon tank times 200 cars an hour. Yeah, you're making nice money.
Is this all like residual from that ship that got caught in the canal months ago, or
no? It's refinery. There was a big refinery fire down in the Gulf Coast.
And there's futures too. It's all based on futures and what Wall Street does with the price and OPEC cut production. Yeah, there's all kinds of factors, but
I can't believe we're doing financial talk.
We just went from burning a plectrum to talking about.
Well, we were burning a petroleum product. The petroleum product.
Exactly.
That's true.
That petroleum product, the cost of that fire there just increased exponentially because of that.
Yep.
What's the smell like in there, John? Are you all right?
Burning plectrum.
like I said, I got a fan head blowing out, so there's nothing, no smoke, nothing. Just a lot of.
You caught a buzz off the fumes of that for sure.
Man, that's good stuff.
Yeah, that reminds me of something. Speaking of being a pyro, right?
Say that reminds me.
When I was in high school, was it? Yeah, it had to be high school, right? Probably about 94.
Did 95. You go to college?
No, hell no, I didn't go to college.
Then it was high school.
You not? So anyway, I used to work at a pool store, right? So, I didn't sell pools, but I would do like the water tests. You go to the back of the store, do the water test, all the chemicals and stuff like that. So me and my buddy, who was my drummer at the time, we, for some reason, it was a slow day, we started mixing all these chemicals in the sink, in the back sink of the store.
Never a fucking good idea.
Oh my God. It was so putrid. I'm like Alex talking, putrid, the smell coming off. The manager or the boss, our boss turns the corner.
What are you doing?
Yeah. He's like, he turns the corner and he smells it. He's like, You guys are gonna kill yourselves, man. What the fuck are you doing?
You really could. Like,
yeah, that's the thing.
Chemicals.
It was
pass
bad.
out. Pass out and die.
I was actually brain damage.
Yeah,
I was.
That explains it. That explains it.
Yeah,
Totally.
When I was doing part-time radio starting out, I was the pool boy for the apartment building I lived in Winchester, Massachusetts. And when they train you, believe it or not, they do train you to be a fucking pool attendant.
Yeah.
When they train you, they tell you when you're doing you're not supposed to mix the lime and this other chemical at the same time in the basin when you backwash a pool. Because if you do that, the vapors will fucking render you unconscious. And you guys...
Jeannie just texted me saying, so that's it.
If Jeannie texted you, we got problems.
Oh, Caleb and Jay have beef.
Oh man.
Now, see, we're lucky that we wouldn't know the Jay that we know today if it wasn't for that day.
That's true.
So
dead brain cells. Congratulations.
That's right.
We got in serious doo-doo for that, man.
Yeah, you could have killed everybody in the fucking place.
Yeah.
Let's try this.
That's not an overstatement. Literally, those chemicals are not supposed to be fucking
in the
it's not like you took
together.
Yeah, it's not like you took a fucking Altoid and put it in Coke. You know,
you're probably one mixture away from fucking blowing the block up.
Jake Kaczynski.
I still remember, like, probably one of the last chemicals we mixed. We're like, oh my god,
man,
dude, you know, one of those.
You didn't find the right combination. You need the right combination will like get you feeling really good. But
you want to know how to blow shit up. You talk to John Biel.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I did not go to college is number one, I didn't want to take my SATs. I knew that I would flop and completely botch them. And number two, I thought I was going to have a successful career in music, and we know how that panned out. So,
Jay, I get bad news for you. You can't fail the SATs.
What?
Well, you can't fail them. There's no such thing as a fail.
Dude, I had such a hard time even graduating high school. It was like I was like, oh my god, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, but
Paul, I'm not even supposed to be here.
Paul, you could get like 850 on them combined, and then
it's all a percentage.
Would laugh at you. So
an F is a percentage. So it's like under 60% is an F.
Yeah, thrash metal. He's like, it's true. Google Gizmochi. You're right.
That is my favorite thing that they're saying when they're doing the reviews of the new record. It's, you might remember Gizmochi. They had a moment like 14 years ago. Like, that's how every one of the reviews starts. Gizmochi was a blip on the radar 14 years ago. Oh, yeah. Well, they're back.
Ozfest and like,
it's such a fucking backhanded compliment. It's like, you remember Gizmochi? They showed some promise. Too bad. 15 years later, they're back. It's not there. But
yeah, and where are the rest of those bands, though?
I've only read one bad review so far.
No, I didn't say that it was a bad review. I'm just saying every review starts off with a big kick in the balls.
Yep. Can you read that bad review?
Every one of them does that. Yeah, read us the bad review.
Yeah, please.
I'd have to find it. I don't know where it was. It was basically just saying like nothing original, you know, all that. Which I mean, is anything original anymore? Can you put out an album now?
Jay owns it.
Can you put out an album?
It's an original.
That's original now. It's like
Wayno,
you know?
Wayno, can I read your text? I just got a text from Wayno, and it's very, very. I'm gonna read it anyway. Fuck him.
Read it. You're not gonna offend me if it's about us.
Because of idiots like John Biel and Jay, I will always have a gig. Quote, job security. Wayno's a fireman.
Wow, there you go. My dad was a fireman.
He's a fireman and paramedic.
Years.
Like, he's a first responder.
Wayno could have been on the call to John Biel's house.
Yeah,
exactly.
Wayno, what do you think about seeing John Biel do that? Does that
cause you? Does that give you a hard on by any chance?
Like I said, my dad was a firefighter for 30+ years.
You should know better than what.
That's why why I know how to do it under control.
You threw it on your desk.
I have a glass desk. My desk is glass.
Wait, he's slurring though too.
It's
he is. I know.
No, I'm not.
It's stuff like that keeps Wayno on the pole.
Wayno's going to be like his father. His father was a fireman.
Look at it.
Oh,
it did. Well, that's all.
What? Oh, you're wearing pants.
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wayno's going to be like his father. His father was a massive man. We call him Izzy. His name was Egidio. And it's still Egidio because he's still around. Sorry, I didn't mean to kill your dad, Wayno. But his father was the guy. Like if you opened up the Metro West, I forget what it was called, the Metro West News or whatever it was, the newspaper. They would always show the picture. You know how like whenever there's a big fucking horrible fire, they always show the picture of the huge fireman on the ladder with a human body over his shoulder. You know what I mean? Like carrying somebody down the that was always Wayno's dad. It was Framingham fireman removing, stranded resident of building. They never named him, but you always knew it was Izzy because he was the biggest human fucking being and he could get up on that huge ladder. And I remember Izzy, every time we'd come back drunk from a gig or we'd be fucking oversleeping, he'd just kick the door to Wayno's bedroom and he'd go, "Hey boy, get up. Time to go to work."
That's just Izzy want to wake up to.
Yeah. Oh no, Izzy's the coolest son of a bitch on the face of the earth. But he's not just Wayno's hero. He's a hero to a lot of people out there. He was a fucking awesome fireman. He's retired now. But he was an awesome fireman. And I just always remember opening up the newspaper and going, "Oh, there's Wayno's dad saving another person." So,
well, that's cool.
Yeah, he was cool. So Wayno's like he took after his father. He's a fireman, and Wayno's no lightweight either. He got size, got a little girth. Well,
what are you trying to say?
Well, his mother's a tiny little person, but he got his father's size. Wayno shops in the husky section, is what I'm saying.
Husky section.
And his mother's a little person.
Good. His mother's awesome. They're the nicest fucking people. Izzy and Mo are the nicest fucking people.
Izzy and Mo.
Hey, Mo. Yeah. Saw some video on Instagram pop up today. And it was something about some woman with a Mo Howard haircut. And I was like, oh my God.
It's the style now.
The Mo Howard. And she was talking about something about comedy and she told some story. And the only thing funny about it was her haircut. Never mind.
That's no good.
No. Oh, it was good. The Mo Howard haircut was the best part of it.
Is that like the bowl haircut? Which Mo was like? Yeah, Mo was the main guy,
hey,
right?
Mo. Yeah.
Fucking Three Stooges were
not
great.
Big on my
Brilliant.
Stooges, I don't know.
Oh, they were great, man.
Stooges were great. You don't appreciate it the way you do now as an adult. The subtleties and the little goofy shit they were getting away with, and the fact that, and this is something a lot of people don't consider, the fact that Hitler literally hated the Three Stooges because they were making fun of him. Three Jewish guys making fun of the Third Reich and the Germans and the Nazis during the war while they were trying to do propaganda in Germany. Three Jewish guys in Hollywood were going, "Hey, fuck you asshole!" And
then Charlie Chaplin did the whole what was it, Great Dictator?
Yeah, no, they were fucking brilliant. It was such a brilliant thing. It was the greatest middle finger to the bullshit that was going on in Europe at the time. And I think that again, and Mel Brooks does the same thing, and a lot of these other guys do this little subtle shit that is just really brilliant. When you look back in hindsight, the Warner Brothers cartoons, a lot of those things were subliminal propaganda on our end, but they were doing it with comedy, and it was fucking hilarious.
Same with the Stooges from the 30s, you can't mess with them. They're so good, man.
Yeah,
so good.
And they work stiff too. They did hit each other, which is the other thing. Like wrestling, they did hit each other.
They did their own stunts.
Yeah.
Well, there's the one scene from, was it Hoi Polloi, when they're at the party, and Larry's you can see him. Larry's in the background. You can see him, and Curly is like has all the silverware stuffed in his pants or his shirt, and Mo's like finds that he's doing it, and Mo starts giving Curly shit, and Larry looks over and comes strolling over. What happened here? And Mo slaps the shit out of Larry, and the scene cuts and goes to like a different angle real quick. I would love to see. That's the thing about back then. They didn't save any of that stuff.
Right.
It was all just they either recorded over it or just got destroyed. Man, imagine seeing outtakes and bloopers from the Three Stooges. Holy crap.
I remember Larry, there was an old interview where Larry, who was bitter at a certain point, was pissed off because he got hit. He felt like he was getting hit harder than any of the Horowitz brothers. Because remember, Mo and Shemp and Curly were all brothers.
Yep.
Larry was always getting his hair pulled out.
But
porcupine. Well, and didn't he say the one side of his face was like calloused?
Yeah, he was it was just he had lost feeling on the side of his face.
Did you show the box set?
But he bitched.
You have that?
He bitched so much. I got it too. Yeah, he bitched about it.
There is outtakes, I think, on it.
Yeah, and Mo actually said none of my brothers wouldn't have cried about it. Wow. It was like hey Mo, you're not hitting me. Hey, you're hitting me a lot harder than the other brothers. He goes, yeah, my other brothers wouldn't cry about it. It was Mo just gave no fucks whatsoever.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Speaking of firemen, remember the fireman episode when Larry jumps down the fire and Mo picks him by the hair.
By the hair.
Where are you going?
Couldn't fake it back then.
What are you doing?
You wanted it to look real. You had to really do it.
Yep. Like is that the big cube, Johnny? Is that the big cube box set? Yep.
Oh, nice.
That's the one I have.
Wow.
There are some outtakes, and there's a big. I think there was a big N bomb dropped in there.
This thing is this. Can you hear me?
Is that Blu-ray or DVD?
This thing's amazing. No, it's just DVD.
DVD.
This thing is great.
Yep.
I bought this for my birthday one year. You know, you get older, you buy your own birthday present.
Yep.
Yes. And
or you get it beforehand.
It's 22 discs.
Wow. It's incredible.
37 to 39, man. That's the one.
And then this one here.
Yeah. That's the outtakes.
Yeah. Cool stuff, man.
Wow.
If you guys like Three Stooges.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
You got to find this. And then I do have this, just so you guys know. Oh, look, there's Ned.
There's Ned.
I actually do have this, but I haven't seen it in years. So
it's so good.
I'll have to look at it.
Still good.
Look at it. You'll have to watch it.
You're not going to see that on AMC.
Not anymore.
Yeah, it's one of those movies where like you can't edit it because it won't be a movie.
It's not as funny.
That's like the Facebook joke or whatever. The edit is like a minute and a half long.
Yeah, it starts at 8:08, ends at 8:14.
Yeah.
Caleb has tapped out.
Uh-oh.
Just walked away.
Didn't shut off his camera. Let's listen.
Bad things.
What's going on over there?
Oh, remember Johnny last night when I was talking about those two guitars that I didn't know if I could show or not?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I got the okay to show them.
Okay, cool.
Check this out. So the story is that PV made about 100 or something Rosewood Wolfgangs.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it would have been right before Eddie split.
You could order them in the custom shop.
Well, these were looking to be production models.
Oh, okay.
And they sent, I don't know how many to Eddie, and he poo-pooed the idea, didn't like it. And
that top looks like my Amber Wolfgang.
So
that's a great top.
Our buddy the Chad is getting both of these very soon. I don't think he's
wow.
Yeah. So anyway, he's going to be getting those two very soon, and yeah, it's kind of cool. I think it's weird. I told him this one looks okay. This one looks legit. Like that looks, but this one just doesn't look right. Wolfgang like that.
It's too light.
No, it's just
that color with the rosewood.
Yeah, it just doesn't look.
I think it's cool, but yeah,
cool.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
You're not used to seeing it.
Yeah, you're not used to seeing it. See it, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Maybe if it had a matching headstock or something, it would kind of set it off or do something like that. But
set it off.
So he said on this one, he's probably going to put the pearloid or pearl tuners on it instead of the black.
Is this a Fruitcake Tony raid? Is that true?
Oh, so we see where everybody's loyalty is.
No, I think they ended hours ago.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they were done like 2 hours ago.
2 hours.
2 hours. Come on, we're doing the show now.
So Johnny, remember last night I showed the guitar that I pre-ordered from Sweetwater?
Yes.
So the stock picture is the Ibanez one. Now I've noticed that Ibanez, like even the yellow guitar, the yellow RG that I have, the stock photo that they used on their website, it looked like it was just a normal yellow guitar. But when you see the thing in front of you, it's like it's neon. It looks like it might glow in the dark if you're out in the sun. We're like, Jesus Christ, you gotta put sunglasses on with that guitar, right?
It's so weird how John Bale and Caleb just came back at the same time.
Oh, what were they doing?
Where were you guys? Were you guys?
Stop.
I had some picks that I needed lighting.
Just in case. Just in case.
So check.
Oh, you're gonna do it again? You're gonna do it.
I was just gonna say he got the fire extinguisher because he's planning on burning some more shit.
Well, at least go outside.
Wayno, he's in Haverhill.
Outside.
Just in case you want to alert your brothers in Haverhill, let them know that the phone call is going to be coming very soon.
Not really.
So check this out. So I went on Sweetwater last night, and because they make that guitar in a 6-string and a 7-string model. The 7 strings are new for this year, so they're not out
The
yet.
Ibanez.
The Ibanez Martin Miller 1, which is the 6-string, and the MM7, which is the 7-string.
It's Ibanez.
So when you go on the Ibanez website, the finish you saw last night is what is on their website, right? Sweetwater,
Yes.
their cameraman, whoever it is, he takes the greatest pictures of guitars, but they look as close as possible to what they would look like in real life. Same finish.
That's good.
Like, look at this.
Whoa.
Well, back it off. Back it off. Back it off.
Fine, I'm trying.
Nope.
Close.
Still not going to work. That's how John Biel sees it.
There's some smoke.
Let me see if I can.
Oh no!
No!
I don't know why I can't. Let me try to get to a different picture. Here we go. So here's the full.
All of a sudden,
the
do you have
full
the
body.
John Michaels video on that?
And it's funny because that was in the Genie text thread. Good thing something else didn't pop up there. Boing.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh, that's
Oh, it's got the old Roadstar headstock.
Yeah, I was
Kind
gonna
of,
say,
yeah.
That's an interesting headstock for Ibanez.
It's like a cross between the old Roadstar and the normal
Iceman.
one. Yeah.
Looks a little like the old Iceman too.
Roasted board,
Iceman.
roasted neck.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Hey, Sandra.
So I pre-ordered the 7-string model.
I think I regret letting go of my Charvel with the roasted neck. That was a good guitar.
I can roast it if you need it.
Yeah.
I'll roast it.
Very good. Very good.
Well played. I think John Biel can open up a new business putting the cigarette burns on the headstocks
There you
of all the
go.
EVH guitars.
I could do that tonight.
Hold on a second.
No. Oh.
Randy Price says 50
Not
bucks.
anymore.
Says,
No more flaming.
50 bucks says Jay sends the MM7 back because the Godot 510, which is not a Godot 510, won't stay in tune. It's funny because when I sent that link to the guys in the Straturday right here, everybody in here, Caleb
Going the wrong
responded with, "What'd you say? Did you already set up a return?"
Have you already set up the return? Yeah.
Yeah. If it doesn't stand, that's funny.
We got to take action on that. Let's lay odds. 50 bucks.
Oh, it's probably split right down the middle.
Probably gonna go back.
I mean, I've heard some a lot of good things about that bridge. You know, you can't obviously do the old. I'm gonna drop the whole thing. You can't get crazy and just jerk the shit out of it. You know,
Giggity. That's what she
But-
said.
you know.
Watch some of that 78 footage of Ed playing his solo, and he's all over the place, and then you can see him like pulling that trem, and it's not a locking trem. You just pull it up and pulls it into tune, basically.
Well, he did a lot of stuff to make sure that happened, and plus Eddie was
Right.
the king back then of
Right.
playing an out-of-tune guitar and sounding in tune by
It's
bending
amazing.
certain strings.
Yeah.
Jay,
Yeah.
have you returned more guitars than you own?
No, not anymore.
Wait, how many do you own, Jay?
1, 2, 3. Where'd they all go?
Uh-oh.
John burned him.
It's probably
Let's do the
It's
Jimi
probably
Hendrix.
how much do you think these companies paid in return shipping fees? Not much because they get a deal, man. They get a hot steaming deal on shipping.
How many
now-
guitars do you own?
Count up your returns. I want to know how many.
Yeah, I bet you've returned more guitars than you own right now.
You don't own a lot of 7?
No, I have 6 Ibanez. No, actually. Yeah, 6 Ibanez guitars. And then I have the EVH Wolfgang. I sold one to Paul. So that's not sending it back. I have an LTD.
I can send it back if you want.
I have an LTD, which it's funny. You guys were talking about cases before. Somebody mentioned they have, I think it was Thrash Metal mentioned he had like a cheap LTD that came with a case. I have a cheap LTD that came with a case. The case is probably worth more than the goddamn guitar. You know,
those LTDs are made. Those LTDs are made at World Music. They're good guitars.
What doesn't come with a case?
Yes, exactly. $2,000 fucking guitar doesn't come with a case.
Well,
that's the only complaint. That's a legitimate complaint.
I know.
Yeah, you certainly get your money's worth. It seems like.
Well, I've sent back.
I wouldn't know.
Through Sweetwater, I think I've sent back every guitar that I bought from them. Yeah. Every guitar I've bought from Sweetwater, I sent it back.
Oh, they must hate you.
No, they're awesome.
Well, the only thing I've ordered from Sweetwater, I still haven't got, and it's been like 5 months when they said it was be 3 weeks.
Yeah, that was the same thing with me. I ordered a pedal for my DSL so that you could switch. The DSL 100 has a weird switching through the 2 channels. You can't switch into the 2 different modes of the channels without double tapping it. So they made a pedal that you can do that with individual channels on the pedal. We'll do that. But they didn't make it. The demand for the pedal was so high that they were fucking backordered for like 9 months. Sucked.
Wow. I ordered some of these from Sweetwater the day these were announced. Like the day. They've called me a couple times and
what are they?
They're
what do you think they are?
They're Dunlop 5150 picks.
Oh, they have the little 5150 logo on them?
Yeah.
These are EVH. Cool. Those are Dunlop?
Yeah. You look at the pick. The pick is exactly the 5150 guitar on the front.
Oh,
nice.
Some next level nerd shit right there.
So I ordered a couple of these. And they told me, oh, it's going to take 3 weeks. And it's literally been like 4 or 5 months. And they're still not here. And then Mike Neese bought these from Van Halen's store and sent them to me. So and I still haven't gotten mine from Sweetwater. But
Craven Soda says those Ibanez don't have the checkmark Swish logo though. You know what's funny? I was actually contemplating when I get the guitar
getting a decal.
Taking off that old school Ibanez logo and buying like a blue one or some other color and putting it on like the new ones. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Johnny, I'll order a pack of those picks and I'll get them and send them back, and then they'll send those to you.
Why don't you just get those picks and then send them to Johnny?
This is the new pick I'm playing with here.
John BL plays so fast he burned it up. Burned the
beef
pick
jerky.
It does, right?
It does look like beef tip.
Wow.
Ooh, look, you can see the
Exhibit A.
Exhibit A. Who burned the friggin' complex down?
It disappeared. I don't know what happened. Just got away from me.
He just got away from me.
My finger burnt and I just had to drop it. You
heard that one before, Wayno?
Yeah. He keeps that next to his desk just in case.
Yeah. He does now.
I'm safe. I want to be safe. You know.
You know what you should do is drop your flaming pick into that cup of alcohol you got. See how that works out for you.
Oh shit!
It's not strong. Not strong enough. Gotta have like 151 or something for that.
That's on tape.
Put it on tape.
On tape.
Beef eater.
It's on. Yeah.
You can't say that in the studio. I mean, you can say it in the studio nowadays, but it's not the same as it used to be. Dude, put it on tape. Let's put it on tape.
Right. It's yeah.
Metal Mike 5150. Yeah. No, I just use tape.
Tape.
This is just.
Did you put it on?
Tape.
Just tape. These little add-ins here to make the horn correct are just white. See, oh, you see the little tape? See,
he put it on tape.
Oh yeah,
see?
that's
makes it very easy.
duct tape.
And then I drew, this is Sharpie to draw the little crack peels.
Sharpie. This is Sharpie.
This is Sharpie right here. Sharpie.
Oh, that reminds me. Hey, Stephen Franklin. You have a question.
Hey, Keenan Neighbors, there's the dude from Nerd Haven. Yeah, that's him.
Keenan, good to see you, man. What size drill is used to install the eye hooks in the EVH strap clasps? Stephen, I just screw them in. I don't even drill them.
No, Steve Anderson knew what size. What was it? Was it the 16?
Oh no, he knew the size of the eye hooks.
No, he knew the size of the drill to kind of get it loose, lube it up a little bit. He did. Yep.
Just hold the drill bit behind the actual eye hook, and
that's how you do it, brother.
One that's a little smaller. Use the one that's
you can see the thread on the outside of it. You're good. But yeah, you can do it just with the original. Unless it's a
you don't want to
unless it's a really nice Wolfgang, you want the paint to crack.
I just take a screwdriver, put it into the hole, and just twist, and it goes right in. It's fine.
The biggest Phillips head you can find.
That's how I've done it. But Keenan, great to see you over here on YouTube, man. And yeah, we'll definitely do something soon, man.
Keenan Ivory Wayans.
Thank you, man. Keenan Neighbors, man. Very cool dude.
Love that.
Hey, there's the dude from Nerd Haven.
Hey, there's Keenan Neighbors.
It's just a pilot hole.
Cheers, brother.
Yes. Bo Bolware, did we get the picture from last night? Jay, did you see that? He had a picture of what? It was like a mask or something.
Oh, a goalie mask. Yeah. What?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
It was like a real doll or something was in it, right? Is that what it was?
Oh shit,
Johnny! Why do you cover your mouth when you laugh? Are your teeth fucked up or something? Oh, you cover your mouth like you're little, like you look at Japanimation.
Yeah. Well, people, I heard people like that, so
Where's that picture? I can't find it now.
I don't know. He tagged us. He tagged us in it. He tried sending. And then Tony, oh, you're here. For those of you that didn't watch us last night, I'll show you guys this. Shurkick Tony sent me a very, very cool gift here. This is a little piece.
That's incredible.
Of a scarf, a bandana that Edward Van Halen was wearing when Tony saw him in 1984. Tony snuck backstage or got backstage somehow and was back there and asked Eddie for it, and Valerie took it off Eddie and gave it to Tony, Fruitcake Tony. And Tony's had it for all these years, and the truth is there was a piece that was like rotting off, and he was either throw it away or send it to Johnny, and he sent it to Johnny. He told me that's the truth. So
is it, Johnny? Is it this?
Oh crap! I just took you out.
Yeah, it's that.
Well, it's in black and white.
No, that's a regular bandana. It's the pink and black tiger or
it might
zebra.
be like
Johnny has the picture of it.
I
do. Okay, all right.
I have a picture that might. If it's not it, it could be it. I mean,
it's got to be it.
What do you think, Tony? I mean, it's
yeah,
the same.
all right.
It's the same color.
Yeah,
I mean, it's exactly the same. Could be.
Look, it's the part from the close to the tip. Look at it.
Just the tip.
Beef tip.
Yeah, steak tips.
It could be.
That's probably the back where it's tied.
I think he's wearing it in this picture.
Yeah. This is where it was tied. It was tied. This was the back. This was the back of it. This was the back of it.
God damn,
but it
that's
could
next
be
level nerd shit. Knowing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tony's a very generous guy. He sent me one of Lemmy Kilmister's guitar picks.
I think he's wearing this picture here.
After doing his show last week, we did a thing on Motorhead for the whole couple of hours, and I don't you know, I don't get pics or swag from people that I talk to, but Lemmy was my first interview. And Tony sent me a guitar pick that was one of Lemmy's picks so that I could have that with the rest of my Motorhead stuff.
Tony.
Oh, here's another one.
Tony.
Yeah, the DVD of Tony.
The DVD.
That's not the same.
That's pink.
That's a scarf, by the way. That's a scarf. That's not a.
Oh, sorry, not a bandana. Sorry, it was a little bit off there.
Nerd checked.
Damn, schooled. You schooled me on that.
Did he send you the matching DVD?
The DVD.
Right, the DVD.
Yeah, Tony. Thank you again, man. Very cool. Huh, Keenan? Zeke used to get boxes of EVH picks by the thousands, and right now you have one.
Oh man!
Wow.
Was that the red
awesome,
one?
Man?
Can't really tell.
No.
On the.
Huh? No, that's a regular. It's cool.
It's cool. No, and I don't know. I'm just looking through the Zlozauer books. It's out there somewhere. Johnny's got the real picture.
Oh, I got one here.
It might be. It might.
Here we go.
It's the same type of one anyway.
Okay. It's when he was wearing the patchwork jeans.
Mm-hmm.
That was the combo.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, not to sound weird, but the tie off on the back of a bandana is where the majority of the sweat is going to go, because that's like on your skin.
You made it weird.
Ed's DNA.
Yeah, in the back of your neck, the back of your neck, man. That's where the sweat is coming out.
Guaranteed, there's some DNA on there, Johnny.
Put the lotion in your hand. Screw the basket.
It puts the bandana in the basket.
Send that off to the lab.
This every time it's asked to.
They still do cloning these days.
Put the fucking bandana in the basket.
That was cool, Tony. That's and Johnny. That's awesome.
That's kind of like, you know, when they started selling like Upper Deck baseball cards or Upper Deck cards. They started selling like cards, with pieces of like game worn jerseys, like, you know, little squares or whatever of them.
Or like Kiss when they did their comic book.
My father years ago, when they tore up Soldier Field, the original AstroTurf that was there in the, what was it, 1989 or 90, when they put grass in at Soldier Field in Chicago. My dad ordered some Walter Payton commemorative thing, and it's a little square of the AstroTurf from the original Soldier Field. I have that shit downstairs. I may or may not have. No, I'm joking. Put the
smoked
lotion
it.
On, put the lotion on. Put the turf on in the basket.
Wow.
Yep.
Somebody sent me, a buddy of mine that used to play hockey in Jerry Bruckheimer's hockey game out there in LA, sent me one of Ty Domi's practice jerseys.
Was there blood? Oh, did he fight in practice too? Was there?
I don't know, but it's one of the blue Toronto Maple Leafs practice jerseys. It was fucking Ty Domi's that he got from him, and had him send it to me. I was like, that's cool. I have it somewhere. It's in a box somewhere. But I was like, I'll take a Ty Domi practice jersey. One of the arguably the greatest goon in hockey.
Paul, I just got a text message from Jeannie. It's about you. She said, I'm leaving you. I'm going to Arizona. No,
wow.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
He says, Paul's impersonations are the best.
Oh, that's nice of her. Thank you.
It's a nice compliment for Paul. And I agree with her.
What was the impersonation? I don't even know what it was.
Of you being me in bed? No, I'm joking.
Oh. Wow.
Oh shit.
Chet, you might want to buy Killian bigger hats. Just saying, when puberty hits, it's going to be like Barry Bonds in his late 30s.
Oh shit. Wow. Bruce
I
Bochy.
did.
I have the same head size that I had when I was like 17 years old. Barry Bonds, all of a sudden his head size went up like 3 sizes.
Like right around 36, 37. That's when you hit something called second puberty. All of a sudden you get totally jacked. Your head fucking grows as 4 sizes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Daryl Strawberry.
I've got hair growing out of my ears.
Oh, that sucks, doesn't it?
Which is weird.
Oh, it's the worst.
Strange, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been going on for a while. Over here.
I get these patch. Look at this shit.
Same here.
Patch of gray, man.
The same thing
dude,
you got, Jay.
It sucks.
Gray.
It sucks.
White.
Get the gray, right? When you get that patch of gray, isolate, Johnny.
Isolate.
When you get that patch of gray that also looks like a bald spot.
I thought you were bald there.
Me
no.
too.
No.
That's hair?
Yeah.
That's hair. He's doubting.
Paul's got glorious hair.
Don't get me wrong. It's thinning, but it's not. That's not a bald spot. That's Caleb's been with me in public. It's fucking gray.
Whoa.
You're not at the
Whoa.
point where you got to shave it, Paul. So you're in good shape.
He's been when he's doing public and private.
Public and
Yes.
private. Well, we did meet at a rest stop.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I was on FaceTime, and it looked.
Yeah, we
highly
FaceTimed
illegal.
you from a rest stop.
It looked
And it
highly
looked like
illegal.
It looked like a gun deal was going down.
Lizard lots.
Oh, it was a gun deal.
Yeah.
Lot lizards.
And Caleb
it was-
looking around, all suspicious.
It was fucking funny because the guitar's in the case, and of course, gun case, guitar case, they're almost the same thing. And literally, it's like I've got the guitar case on the back tailgate of my truck. Jay is on fucking FaceTime, and Caleb is looking around, like making sure. And then Jay, the funny part is, we showed Jay the guitar, and he goes, "That's a real EVH, right?" He goes, "You're fucking up the finish, man. You can't get it out of the sun." So Caleb immediately slams the guitar case closed. So can you imagine if you were like, let's say you were a fucking undercover cop, looking in the rest stop for some nefarious activity, maybe a drug deal, something, because we're literally on the Arizona-California border. It was so fucking sketchy.
Imagine explaining to a cop when he's like, "Well, you closed that case awfully fast and suspicious." "Well, officer, those original EVHs, they kind of faded."
Right.
You gotta understand the the UV rays on the paint is not very good. Fine,
Sure.
take the back off.
And
the
he goes,
guitar.
there's only 6,700 of those made, right?
He would have been like, take the back plate off. I want to see if there's any cocaine in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
open up the cavity.
It was so fucking sketchy.
Gravity third.
It was such a sketchy fucking moment.
there's only 878 ambers made. You know that, right?
More than its weight in cocaine.
Jesus Rapesme is asking me if it's awkward playing the Hendrix guitar. It would be awkward if I could play it. That would be awkward. No,
It's actually a lot of people think it's amber, but it's gold translucent.
It's gold, translucent gold. Amber was never used as a.
That was never mentioned in the EBS.
Never an
color
color.
on the,
Never.
It's translucent gold. You would know that if you were from Canada.
It's a Canadian cop.
It's a Canadian color, yeah.
On the Arizona-California
Better
border.
look and see if it's
Yeah,
book matched. Is it book
Yeah,
matched?
it's a book match.
Talk about somebody that screwed himself.
Yeah, Tony, don't trust that dude, man.
But Jesus
trust that guy.
Rapesme, it's
Tony,
like
watch
any
out.
other. It's like any other right-handed guitar. It's just tough to get to the upper frets.
Except it's a
Thankfully,
left-hand.
I don't need to get there.
Yeah, you gotta do the old reach
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, you
Reach
gotta,
around.
That's good enough
You
for
gotta do it.
Hendrix.
the over the top. So
Or just underneath, but you gotta
Whoa.
yeah, you got to really
Yeah.
sort of give it a real reach around.
Look at this.
You sipped the bumblebee?
He sipped one, huh? How did it
Yeah,
taste?
Chip it out
That-
to him instead.
Yeah. By the way, the biggest news there is Dane Zimmerman shipped a guitar.
Well, he
The,
sipped it.
the captain bought that being Bumblebee?
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
Shipped his pants.
What
I,
was that?
I told
his pants. Cop shipped his pants. What
I
movie?
told Cap about it and then called him from Dane's shop right there from the shop.
Ah!
There from the shop.
And
Every
they
week,
cut-
every
they
week.
got the deal right there. So I sold that fucking guitar, not Dane.
Oh, where's the commission?
Right? 10%, right?
Trust me, Dane and I have got good deals.
Oh.
Somewhere along the line, I'll get mine.
Somewhere along the lines, Paul will go down to the shop and just empty the cash register.
He's given look. Dane has given me fantastic deals on guitars.
Except
Oh.
on the Frankenstein.
No, because I gave it back to him and fucking and got the Axis. I'm fine. It didn't cost him any money in that transaction, so that's good.
Dane and Paul have beef now. Just
Dan and I never have beef.
Endless beef.
I've pointed a loaded shotgun at Dan.
Oh my God!
Live on the air,
Right?
Yeah, live on the air.
I remember that.
Eddie Van Halen played through this amp.
No, he did not. No, he did not. Oh man, you lying. You ain't never met no Eddie Van Halen.
So you're gonna flip that pickup or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Did you already take it to your guy?
No, I haven't. I need to.
Remember, mark the pickups. Get pictures.
Oh my God, I would never do that.
Oh, imagine. Oh my God.
I don't know your guy. I'm just saying.
He would
Document
never.
everything.
Yeah,
I noticed that guitar hasn't even made it to the rack yet. It stays separate from the rack.
It's on the stand. It's on the #1 slot.
I'd be nervous taking mine to somebody I don't know, my Music Man or my Ripley.
Yeah.
You know,
let's look and see if that Ripley is still for sale here in Phoenix.
Only people you can really trust with some of this stuff.
Johnny, what was you guys were? I briefly saw what you guys were showing last night. The second 5150. What was the deal with that?
Might have been the first 5150. Who knows? You know.
Yeah, it's here. Let's
the clone 5150.
Yeah, those. I think that.
I got switching.
Do you think they're brothers or they're
I got switching to my
sister guitars, here. Brother guitars?
Well, they're close because that headstock. Those headstocks are rare. That's what makes it very close. See that headstock?
Yeah.
Is that body style the same? I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks a little more contoured, but
no, that's identical.
Wow.
It's very close.
I mean, it's.
It doesn't have as thin of lines. Like it looks like.
Actually, those thicker lines look a little thicker to me.
They do.
Yeah,
they do. A little bigger.
Thicker lines look thicker, definitely.
But yeah, the story is there was an amp repair place that Eddie used to go to, and he would bring that guitar, and I guess he left it or he gave it to somebody, and that guitar was owned by somebody who was associated with Kramer Guitars for a lot of years. And if anybody knows that's watching this, if you know anything about that guitar, let us know. But yeah, it's
slightly
off. I bet you Unkert knows about it. So
right.
Maybe.
I sent you guys the link to the Kramer. No, the Kramer Ripley that is for sale here in the Phoenix area. If we want to try to ascertain if it's real or not.
Yeah, it's got a maple fretboard.
It's got a maple fretboard.
I've never seen one. And it doesn't have it has Ripley, but not the Kramer logo on it. So that's very strange.
Good night, False Flag.
Good night.
Thank you, man. False Flag.
Oh, this one.
That's not
the Kramer's there. It's faded. You can see it. It says Kramer. It's just really faded.
What's the headstock look like?
Yeah, the answer at KXM Rock is yes. The thumb was always on the side of the fretboard with Eddie.
No, he's right. Johnny's right. There is a Kramer on that headstock.
In fact, it was always this, like these fingers and this. Oh, go ahead. What's that? There is a Kramer on it?
Yeah, there's a Kramer there. It's faded.
Yeah, it's just faded.
But is it a legit? Do you think it's legit?
Yes.
So
I've seen maple ones. I've seen maple ones.
Do you? Oh, you should get Kramer. You should ask him how many there are, because I'm sure that's a very limited, which makes that guitar even more special, right?
Yeah, as long as you have
know the numbers out there.
As long as you have to have you got to have this the box that comes with it, so you can split the signal.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can just get some cables and do that. That's what I did. I don't have the box.
Yeah.
Beane needs to catch up with us. Still talking about the Stooges.
Beane.
He won't hear us, so He's
been in it.
humans, but when he does
comment,
in 20 minutes when he hears this, so he'll
Three Stooges Farpole. He's talking about Three Stooges. Yeah.
Also, if you comment and say you're like 45 minutes behind, yeah.
Somebody
so then somebody should buy that Ripley then.
What's it going for?
He wants, well, it's funny. It says he wants 3,500, but then down at the bottom it says serious inquiries only, no trades, 3,000.
What?
Get the captain on.
Where's the serial number? What's the serial number on it? Does it
doesn't say.
Yeah,
but he does refer to he did refer to Queen's Right or Queen Right.
Great band. Good stuff.
Queen Right.
Hold on.
Queen Right.
I got to show you something cool.
Wait, what?
Check it out. Speaking of Queen's Right, remember these? The
DVDs.
The DVD.
DVD audio?
Yeah. The 5.1, I believe.
Yeah.
It was
was that done by Steven Wilson?
No, this was recorded and mixed by James Jimbo Barton.
Because Steven Wilson does that now. He does all the remasters for like the Yes catalog and all that.
Yeah, remixes. Yep. Yeah, he does a lot of those. But this is cool. I don't have a 5.1 system anymore. So
anymore.
Sitting here. Yeah.
I never had one to begin with.
Oh. Well, it sucks.
Somebody want to send Johnny a free 5.1 system?
But I don't even have the only DVD player I have is like my Xbox and PlayStation. I don't even have a
I gotta get one of those.
This is my favorite Queensryche album, hands down. The songwriting, the production, just the mix. It's great. I know a lot of hardcore Queensryche fans love Mindcrime, and I get it. I totally get it. But the mix in Mindcrime to me, and I think, Jeff Tate's voice on Empire is like perfect.
Well, I think that in Empire, it's when he started to back off. Kind of like
wasn't trying to really go crazy. It was,
he had already established himself.
How was he in Jedi?
Yeah. Interestingly, I feel the same way about Geddy Lee on the Signals record for Rush. When he's singing stuff like New World Man, that's where I like Geddy Lee's voice, where he's using just a natural range of his voice instead of the falsetto. Because now when you hear him try to do his falsetto, it sounds like a squeak or a honk.
Oh yeah, he lost that. He used to do that falsetto scream back early Rush, and I used to love. Man, God,
Finding My Way when he's doing Finding My Way.
Yeah, I can't even.
Yeah,
Finding My Way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the stuff Johnny loves it.
Coming out to get you. Coming out to find you. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Finding my way.
I used to make money hitting the note at the end of Who's Behind the Door from Zebra. Because
we all know that.
Because my the song.
Zebra?
Yeah, you'd know the song if you heard it.
If you were Zebra, isn't it? If you're in different countries,
Zebra.
Zoe Zebra. I'll be right back. I gotta make another drinky poo.
Yeah.
But Wayno would bet people beer when we were at parties. He'd be like, I bet you a case of beer my singer can hit that note. I was like, all right. And then you realize hitting falsetto notes like that over a prolonged period of time ruins your fucking voice.
So you were hustling people.
Detrimental to you.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
You were hustling people, Paul.
We were hustling, yes. But falsetto, although great on record, not great in a live setting. Because you strain the shit out of it live.
Tell that to Geddy Lee.
Not great at a party.
It did. It did. Yeah, that's what happened to Geddy, and that's what happened to Ian Gillan. That's what happened to Roth, and to Steven Tyler, and Axl Rose, and Tom Kiefer. All those guys, fucking way too much.
Ronnie James.
Way too much falsetto. No, Dio still he did most of his stuff was head voice. But you get up into the falsetto like Axl and Tom Kiefer and Brian Johnson, and your voice takes a beating.
Mm-hmm.
Rena Spinkle loves the first album from Rush. Yes, because they got so much worse after John Rutsey left the band. That first Rush album is a combination of Zeppelin meets Black Sabbath Working Man is the best Black Sabbath song Black Sabbath never wrote.
Yeah, that's what the DJ from what was it, Detroit that played that. She was like,
Yeah.
they were all calling in. What's the new? When's the new Zeppelin album come out? That was from the Beyond the Lighted Stage or something. Their documentary, great documentary.
Yeah, the best thing that ever happened with Rush is Neil Peart. If it wasn't for him, who knows if anybody would know who Rush was or is.
Great example of not only a great drummer, but holy shit, what a lyricist.
Yeah, he wrote most of the lyrics for the band, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there was one night when Wayno bet this band in Worcester that I could hit that note, and they were being assholes. The two of us were going to have to fight five guys. That was a bad night. We would have lost that fight, maybe.
all over
all of us just
lyric
singing
prowess.
No, it was
it
wasn't just that. It was just typical band shit. Your band sucks. My band's fucking better than your band. That kind of bullshit.
Was that what's the club in Worcester? The Palladium?
That was the biggest club in Worcester. We played. We played a place.
We played right next to the Centrum that I've seen a few bands.
McGillicuddy's.
Maybe that was it.
Yeah, we played McGillicuddy's across the street from the Centrum. We also played. There was like a skating rink down on Main Street South. And what was the fucking big bar that was in Worcester? The one that the Stones played at.
Not the Palladium.
No, it's not there anymore. They just closed it. Can't believe I can't remember the name of the place.
I don't know.
Holy shit!
What was it?
It
was a very famous club. Wayno should remember it.
Good night, Sandra.
See you, Sandra. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
Tuning in. Thanks for clicking.
See you tomorrow night. Maybe.
Sir Morgan's Cove.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky
Sir
Dog.
Morgan.
Yeah, we didn't play the Lucky Dog. Or did we? I know we played McGillicuddy's, and I know we played Sir Morgan's Cove, and we played some fucking skating rink. It was a roller skating rink that became a bar one night a week.
Yeah.
But
some good
lot of well, there was we had a friend Helen who was super hot, who used to have parties in Worcester. It was great. Anytime we'd play, we'd just go over to her house afterwards.
Helen. Thank you, Helen.
Yeah, Helen was fucking awesome.
Oh, I got the question here.
Totally wanted to bang Helen, couldn't.
I hate this question.
The Music Man. The Music Man, I'll answer for Caleb because the Music Man is the real answer, but Caleb is an EVH artist and can't badmouth the product.
Thank you.
So the answer is the Music Man.
What Paul said.
The answer is they're different.
The pathway it is.
Okay. They're different. This guitar is special to me because I had one from 1993 to 2016. It was probably the guitar I played the most throughout my life of playing guitar. This very guitar. So not this very guitar, but this
model.
Yours, that is a 93, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just a couple of months either
was
newer or older.
6 days before the one I gave up. Cool. But so it's cool to get back to having one. The neck is very, very narrow, very thin, and I have huge hands. That probably factored into one of the reasons I was not playing as much and wanted something different. But I always regretted from the moment I sold it. I regretted selling it. And
by the way, just quickly, I want to answer a question. Craven Soda, it's Schecter. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So the question is it that one or the USA Wolfgang that I truly think is one of the best guitars I've ever played or much less owned? This guitar has a little bit of a fatter neck, just a little bit, but enough to be different than that. They're kind of like different. They're different enough to where I can't say which is better. because on a different day I might go, this one feels better, this one sounds better. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to be very political and say I can't tell you which is better. They're both top of the line guitars that you can't compare really. So that's where I'm going to go with that answer.
And I'll even add to it, the difference is the Fender guitar is a great guitar. The EVH guitar, Fender guitar, a great guitar, but they're made on an assembly line, CNC cut and all that stuff, and they're great guitars. The Ernie balls were handmade, and they're just, every one of them is different. They're all different. I don't know that anybody has ever had a bad Ernie ball.
That's true. They're different because I have one, and the one that I've played for since 1992, however long that's been. If I was to play another one, it's the same guitar, but it doesn't feel exactly the same as mine. You know?
Yeah, they're handmade. They're, you know, Ernie ball is for all intents and purposes like G&L, a custom shop. They make a certain amount of guitars, and they can't mass produce them. That said, it's like a boutique guitar. They tend to be, more attention can be paid, whether or not it is paid, but can be paid.
Well, technically, Paul, the USA Wolfgangs are not an assembly line guitar. They are made to order, so they can have the same type of production situation, don't you think? They're not making more of them than they were making of the Ernie balls, probably around the same amount.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what Fender's production numbers are. I just know that the process is different. Guitar making has become way more efficient now, and Fender obviously has access to mass production facilities in multiple factories, whereas Ernie Ball doesn't. It's one factory in San Luis Obispo that does their thing, and God love them.
Well, these guitars are made in one factory in Corona, California, and we can get someone like Sean Silas on the show, who actually was one of like the 4 or 5 guys who worked EVH guitars, just doing those guitars, building and setting up those guitars. So
sure, that'd be great to get him on.
You know,
he's been on 3 times.
Yeah, so, you know, he's probably signed off on half the USA Wolfgangs out there. So
when you order a USA Wolfgang, especially like the signature, they have to wait until a certain number are ordered, until they don't build. Like if you order one, they don't start building it the next day.
They need a lot. Yeah,
they need a certain number, and then they start building. They like work in batches, so they build them in batches type of thing.
Yeah, because they have to set the machines.
Right.
So,
what are you eating, Jay?
What are you eating?
Club crackers. Remember Club Magazine?
Buttery.
I assume that the U.S. I assume that the U.S. Wolfgang is made from a theoretically higher stock of wood, and in order to break into that supply of higher stock of wood, there has to be enough guitars that justifies them taking those guitars out of the facility. You know, because they're kept at a certain temperature and certain moisture, and to break out. You know, it's like any other wood. There's a finite lifespan once they cut into it.
Wood.
So they
gotta have good wood.
So once they cut into it, then they've got to make a certain amount of them. Otherwise, it's not worth them breaking into the wood that supply.
Wood.
I just texted Sean. Let's see if he's up. I want to get. I'd love to finish the show out.
Get him on the show.
With asking a bunch of.
I'm sure he's up. I'm sure he's
Isn't
up.
he East Coast?
No, he's here.
Oh,
he's here.
He's here.
West
Soquel,
Coast.
Riverside.
That'd be great.
He's trying to get out of California, but
yeah, you text. I'm sure he appreciates getting a text at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, he won't give a crap. Well, he's got a young son, so who knows?
It's the proverbial you up.
He might.
So.
Yeah. He might be.
Nah, he's probably playing a video game right now. I see him all the time on here. Yeah, speaking of video games, yeah, we got to start doing that too.
Been saying that for years.
Doing a video game thing. Well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start doing it.
The Straturday night gang, like we'll set up our own Twitch.
I don't play video games,
dude. It's all about Guitar Hero Van Halen.
Hey,
you can do that without a video game.
If we can get one of those, we could do that.
I have the game.
You have that?
I have it for. I think I have it for PlayStation 2 though.
Oh shit!
Drag it out of the attic or out of the basement and get that thing up and running. Or try and rip off the tracks off that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have them.
Oh, there are. You can certainly get a hold of them, but I don't know. Can you burn them off of a regular CD burner?
And Wayno, you were talking about in I just saw your comment again today about So This Is Love. There was a drum part you were saying that sounded kind of weird.
What a fucking nightmare,
right?
Like you tripped
we
over
were talking
the
about the bass intro last week.
But it was that's the legit part. That wasn't and then the bass part being
adjusted.
The fader, yeah.
Let's please not get into that again.
No.
Holy crap.
We'll never know. Until we talk to Don Don Landy. Who was the board op on that?
Don Landy.
Don Landy.
Till we talk to him, we don't know.
Go get him.
Don.
Don,
why don't you call Don?
Our engineer Don Landy hit the talkback switch and it's like
maybe it was Michael Anthony because Eddie was playing bass. Just kidding. I'm kidding. That's a joke.
I think you guys have got a band happening.
Yeah, but we all know Michael's going to take that joke and run with it in the Van Halen board and on Facebook, right, Michael?
Michael's probably got an answer to it. It's either him or Don or
different Michael.
Oh,
I see you, Michael.
Well, hey, let's somebody think up a really, really good question for the group, and we'll post it, and we'll do it live, and we'll do a live reaction.
We'll do it live.
We'll do a live reaction to it. So somebody think up something good for that. I'll get the group here. Yeah, it's insanity over there, and but I think I think everything will be fine eventually. Let's see. All right, think of something good over there, or post. You guys are all in there. Post something in there that you think people will respond to.
Miles Taylor says favorite guitar Eddie ever played. It's interesting.
Oh boy, everyone's gonna say 5150, right?
Well, what's
favorite guitar
that he ever played live, or that he ever played? I mean, there's a
doesn't matter. It's all 5150
is the same, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh, favorite for us? Oh, yeah.
There's different favorites. I mean, favorite design.
Eddie's favorite. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe maybe each if you guys want to post something, post a question in there, and we'll spotlight.
And, I would say old school Bumblebee. And again, we've talked about this before. My favorite Eddie tone is the fucking balance tones. Those are the two. That 1991 to 1995 tone for me is the ultimate Eddie Van Halen tone because it's aggressive and yet polished.
Although on Fuck You didn't use PV.
You mean the Soldano tone?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was so I loved. He had just the right amount of chorus, just the right amount of delay and reverb on it. It was a guitar tone you couldn't listen to too loudly. You know what I mean? Because the records were so well processed and well produced that the louder you turned it up, the better it sounded. They were so good, but they were compressed properly too.
Yeah,
they sounded great on your stereo
albums. Absolutely.
Yeah. You know, Andy Johns for the win.
Yeah, I've always dug how his tone through the first 6 always sounded a little different. Each album, it's like you could tell which album it was just by the tone of his guitar.
Every album pretty much you can do that.
Well, it's almost like the gain kept going up on, I mean, after like 1 and 2, 1 was it even was 1 hotter than 2? Like some of the distortion gain on 1. Well, I feel like 2 was a lot more clean.
Too much reverb on 1.
2 is the most like clean, far away from his real tone. I think is on 2.
Although DOA is filthy. That DOA.
I'm not saying it's
such
bad.
a filthy tone.
I'm saying it's the most it's the most different sounding tone of all the first 6. It sounds the most different. If if one of these things was not like the other, it would be Van Halen 2.
So I think 84 is that for me, like the one that because it kind of.
Well, it's definitely changing then, but
yeah, it kind of has the rawness and as well as the polish of what he was going. It doesn't have a lot of it, but it kind of.
Did he use several different amps on 84? He used the Marshall on some of it. Did he
use
start
the
getting
Marshall,
into the Saldanos on that?
He was using his Eventide more than he'd ever used it before.
I think we can all agree that OU812 though is the most over-processed and lifeless sounding record in the catalog.
If you take Van Halen
over-processed, but
if you're talking about everything up and through balance, yeah, that's the one I would probably do without.
It's just like when you there's no bite to it. Like even the stuff that all fired up or any of that stuff. Even the intros and everything sounds so restrained.
From the whole album that sounds like that.
Yeah, it just sounds flat.
Yeah.
That's the one that's most in need of a remix.
Mm-hmm. It can sound amazing. I mean, and the album itself still sounds great, but it's
the drums on Cabo Wabo are great.
The
drums on Cabo Wabo are fantastic, but the rest of it is kind of it hits a ceiling.
It's lacking.
Yeah, it doesn't have the energy, or it feels like it was just okay. We're going to go in and do this thing, and they were running through the motions when they were. Doesn't feel like there was any energy in the studio when they were recording it. You can't feel emotion in that in those songs at all. Too perfect.
Yeah,
almost like it was specifically written for radio. 1988.
There were a few songs that were. I mean, like "Finish What You Started" was completely almost departure from that album itself. It was very different than the rest of the sounds on that album.
Most of the songs are fantastic, but the sound is not great.
Or like AFU or a couple of several of them.
Hey, F you.
Mine Oh Mine. I mean, it's very much a departure from.
I like it. I think it sounds
I like
great.
it too. I mean,
well, Johnny. You're never ever going to say anything negative about Van Halen ever. They are flawless in your book.
No,
we already know that they haven't made a mistake ever at all. They are perfect.
Never. They are perfect. They are perfect. They are perfect. But yeah, there is definitely we could use some more beef
compared to the other albums. Yeah,
more beef tips on 812 because I've owned the vinyls.
Just turn up the
and
tone.
if you think the CDs sound thin, listen to the vinyl of 812. It's super thin.
I feel Source of Infection is just like that song's supposed to be out of control, and yet it's not.
Yeah, trebly. I feel like Diver. I said this before. Diver Down is the OU812 of the Roth era.
Diver Down. I love Diver Down. I
love the album.
I just rediscovered that record.
The mix is as lacking as OU812 in my opinion.
The guitar tone on
I'm not. Again, we're not talking about
Where Have All the. Listen to me. The guitar tone on Where Have All the Good Times Gone made me want to play electric guitar. That song, that tone on that song.
I'm not talking about the tune.
Toad.
I love the recording of that record. It sounds like you're in the room with them.
I don't know.
Sounds like you're in the room with them. I think it's.
You know what song sounds like that for me? Fools. Holy shit! Fools on Women and Children First. sounds like you're there in the room, and it's just sloppy and fucking.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. You go from ballsy. 1 to 2 to Fair Warning. I mean, to Women and Children to Fair Warning, and then you go to Diver Down, and it's. Granted, I agree. The tone, like the guitar tone or the snare tone, that kind of stuff is great.
No,
but
Alex's
the mix,
his snare sounds as good as any of the records on that record.
Just weak to me. The mix is weak. I don't know. I've said it before.
Yeah, but little guitars is fucking flawless. I mean, just the drums, everything on that song is a perfectly written, perfectly executed pop song.
I agree. They're great pop songs. They're great, great songs unto themselves. They're great, well written. The guitar tone, the snare tone. I'm just saying that it's maybe the mastering. It's weak to me. I don't know.
I don't know, man. That's
I don't know. I guess I'm the only one. I guess I'm the only one. So
it's not
Diver Down sounds great, man.
All right.
And there's a reason that every song sounds different on that record. It's because the only record they ever went song to song to song.
Yeah, I'm the only one. Yeah,
they didn't record.
By the way, here comes John B. All crossing over into aggro drunks phase now.
I'm not no.
starting to get better.
I know I'm in the minority in that. I'll take it. I'm in the minority. But
are you gonna light Diver Down on fire like right now or what?
His smoke detector is gonna go off.
10.
That sounds like Eddie Vedder and Jeremy.
I don't know, Jay, pull up the waveforms from take a sample from each album and let's see the waveform. I want to
know. That's like a church fart.
10. Right, Wayno? There's a drummer. Right, Wayno? The snare sound on Diver Down is as good as any snare sound on any Van Halen record.
I'm not saying the snare. There's anything wrong with the snare sound, the guitar sound.
Well, there we go. We got Eddie's tone and we got Alex's snare drum. That's pretty much Van Halen.
I'll say the same thing I've said since day one. Both 5150 and OU812 sound like a band that hasn't quite found where they want to be with Sammy, and they didn't quite hit it until the Fuck record.
They're also like, they were probably.
Well, it also sounds like they gave up their producers' ears.
They went deep into the early digital age too,
Yeah, they didn't know what they didn't. I don't think they didn't find their chemistry yet from a sonic standpoint. I mean, obviously, 5150, the drums are what they are. They are of their time, and because of that, it's an incredibly dated record, but it's a great document of that time period in '85 and '86. The OU812, they're still trying to find where they're going to be. Once they hit that third record, man, they fucking locked in.
OU812 sounds like this.
Well, I'd love to know why.
I'd love to know where I can get that keyboard.
Why 5150 sounds so much different than 1984.
Oh my god!
When they were recorded so close to each other in the same room.
Mick Jones.
Renus, post that in the group right now, and we'll do a live.
Mick Jones.
It's true. It's
Mick
true.
It's true. Produced Sammy.
It's true. It's true.
Mick Jones.
Well,
post that.
And according to Eddie in that,
not exactly Foreigner, but Mick Jones.
In that Steven Rosen interview, Mick Jones mostly did the vocals on that record. Not
Don Landy is the one who was responsible for the sound of that record.
And what are the best parts? What's the best part of the 5150 record?
Everything.
The vocals are the best part of the record.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Sammy's best record, hands down.
It's Sammy's best vocal performance of his career.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he sang it all handheld.
It's so fucking good. It's so good.
He sang it all handheld.
It feels so good.
Yeah. As a singer,
you did
trying to replicate that record. Jesus Christ. No way. It's so good. Sammy is singing out of his balls on that record.
Okay, here it is. I see
Foreigner.
it.
I don't know. Foreigner was bigger than Van Halen. That's
no, Van Hagar, I think it was.
Right? He got over 900 comments on that post, man.
The beauty of that was him bastardizing.
Here we go.
That was him bastardizing my comment about how Van Halen became more like Foreigner with Sammy in the band.
Well, yes.
that he took that comment and switched it around to try and make it even more.
That post, and I'm not going to say his name, but that post made
Michael.
We're going to show his name because I'm going to share it. So.
Oh, well, that post made one of our friends quit the group.
Are we going to say who it is?
Yeah.
Are we going to out Michael tonight?
It's not Michael.
No, it is Michael.
No. He's talking about Rob Johnson got really mad at that post and left the group.
Because, did he really?
Yeah. Yeah, he split. Rob got really mad and left.
Rob Johnson. Oh,
what,
now
James
everybody knows who Venus Pinkle is. You son of a...
Oh,
James Stewart.
Michael's the biggest. Michael might be the biggest shit stirrer in that group.
Just so you know, I'm going to do it. Michael Waharlak is Black Salami.
Oh
no!
Wow!
All right, so let's see. Let's see what we get here.
An exclusive.
Jeff Pilson, hell yeah, KXM Rock, bass player for Dokken. Here we go. And by the way, you know I've always talked about Lynch Mob blowing away Dokken. I can't stop listening to Back for the Attack. I cannot. It's been like 10 days in a row. I cannot stop listening to it. Holy shit, what a great record.
Love that record.
Oh my God. It's like
Johnny and
banger after banger after banger after banger after banger after banger.
It's a good record. And by the way, James Stewart, I stand by that statement about Sammy. Prior to meeting Eddie Van Halen, Sammy Hagar was a theater act, and he's gone back to being a theater act.
That's not true.
It is true.
Not true.
According to Sammy, he was at the same level.
No, Sammy embellishes saying, "Oh, I sold out this," and then Van Halen was selling out. He was not at Van Halen's level.
No, he was not. He was a theater act. He was selling fucking. He couldn't sell at a hockey arena by himself. He could sell at a 5,500 seat theater, but he couldn't sell. Sammy Hagar couldn't sell out 18,000 tickets.
We're gonna have to go back
Eddie Van Halen.
In St. Louis, he could.
Yeah, in St. Louis, he's the king of St. Louis for whatever reason. It's the most amazing thing. Sammy is like, I know, he's a god in St. Louis for whatever reason.
Is that the Checker Dome? Is that the one where he had that famous concert? The whatever it was on.
Where he's standing on the car?
I don't know. He's wearing that orange jumpsuit or whatever it was.
Red.
All of that, yes. All of that said,
he's the red
Sammy Hagar is an exceptional vocalist who writes exceptionally awful lyrics. He writes sugar-coated, cheese, diabetes-inducing lyrics.
Well, hold on a second. The difference between Roth and Hagar, as far as vocals, right?
Oh, Jesus!
Where Roth could write something where if somebody didn't have that charisma or whatever Roth had, sang it wouldn't sound as cool.
Right.
Roth had the delivery and the attitude behind it. So when you're talking about lyrics, there are some Roth lyrics that when he sings them, you're like, that's cool as shit. But if somebody else sang and be like, oh my God, listen, oh my God, what are you doing over there?
Yeah, but Sammy, only time will tell if we stand the test of time.
No, I know, but Hagar had his moments with Mine All Mine and songs like
Mine All Mine is fantastic. Yeah. And a lot of the stuff on Balance shows some lyrical depth to Sammy.
Yeah, but he's got just an amazing range. I mean, he's got just such a great voice.
No doubt.
With Van Hagar, the combination of his voice and Eddie's guitar, it was magic.
It worked great.
They couldn't. Yeah. Yeah, he was after Roth. It was him. After him, it was Roth. Sorry, Gary, but
no, that's the truth.
Yes.
There are only two guys that can sing for Van Halen, and we heard both of them.
Somebody please comment on this.
You know who else? But you know who's a singer that's almost as good as Sammy Hagar, and you're gonna laugh when I say it. He doesn't quite have the range, but he definitely has the same tune. Dave Meniketti from Y&T.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Has a very similar tone to Sammy.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's Bay Area
and a little more aggressive.
Yeah, same area. Yeah.
You know, Paul, you mentioned before about 5150 being Sammy's like beyond a shadow of a doubt.
That and HSAS
performance album ever. You know, the thing about that, right? Like Caleb and I have talked about this before. Like Sammy's vocals on that album, especially like Dreams, you know, which is his best song.
Sure.
As far as what he shows. When you listen to him sing that, obviously you're like, damn, he's going high on some of those parts, but you don't realize how high he is. Like,
oh, I do.
No, you do because you're trying to sing it.
Yeah.
For the average Joe, it's like, oh yeah, he's going high, but it doesn't sound like when he's delivering that stuff, it doesn't sound like he's trying to kill himself going there. And there's other singers, yeah, when you try to do that, you're like, well, he's really going for it.
No, Sammy, it sounds like it's part of his toolbox.
And Caleb texted me one time. He's like, people don't appreciate Sammy Hagar as much as they should. They really don't.
Well, go back and you're the one that you don't.
And I'm a Dave guy, technically.
Yeah, I know. Hello. Yeah.
Look, as a fucking singer, I can tell you, Sammy Hagar blows David Lee Roth out of the fucking water. That said, Sammy Hagar has nowhere near the charisma or style that Dave has. And that's what makes David Lee Roth unique.
Again, nobody did, right?
Right, that's the point. Dave is so singular and unique, you can't replicate Dave. You can try to replicate Sammy because Sammy has a phenomenal range, and if somebody has a phenomenal range, they can replicate it. But you can't replicate the delivery. And that's why replacing
the singer of Van Halen is the most difficult task in human history, and they somehow pulled it off because Eddie Van Halen, okay,
and Michael fucking Anthony.
How many Van Halen
and Alex? I mean, the three guys, the driving force.
Yeah,
they kept
Alex,
it alive.
Mike, and I.
They kept it alive.
Their
musical will kept the band afloat.
Here's the thing: you can't create chemistry. Chemistry exists because chemistry exists, and Van Halen had otherworldly chemistry with David Lee Roth, and then created otherworldly chemistry with Sammy Hagar. Different chemistry, and there's a brilliance there that I don't think many bands. Journey might have been able to do it. AC/DC has been able to do it, but not many bands have, and nobody has done it to the success of Van Halen. I think everybody agrees.
And especially, Paul, to your point, with two completely different style singers.
Exactly. That's the point. They were able to, and that speaks to the musical brilliance of one Edward Van Halen. But the song that I wanted to mention that a lot of people don't talk about is the title track to 5150. The vocal performance on that is equally as impressive as what he does on Dreams.
Yep. It's great.
Because that higher and higher, and just, and then I'll meet you half the way. That note at the end, after I'll meet you half the way, is him and Michael matching each other. And then Michael, and it's so fucking good from a singing standpoint.
John B.L.
It's so good.
And everybody, I might stir the shit with this one. Sammy Hagar is more unique than David Lee Roth. And I'll say that for this reason. We've heard a bunch of Van Halen tribute acts that have singers that can sound like David Lee Roth. I have not heard one Van Halen tribute band that covers the Hagar era that can sound like Sammy Hagar. I have not heard one singer that can mimic Sammy Hagar.
Yeah.
Well, again, that speaks to technique versus, the character you can create, the vocal style you can.
I'm gonna get killed with that one.
You're missing a couple comments there, Johnny.
I'm talking about the voice. I'm not talking about, obviously Roth it was the attitude and the style. He could he's one of those people that could get away with not being good, or I'm sorry, not good, not being great vocally, but could get away with it because they had so many other things to get, to make people like, oh my God, that guy's the shit. He doesn't even have to be a great singer.
What Dave did worked.
Yeah, and if Sammy wasn't a great singer, nobody'd give a shit about him. That's the difference. Dave wasn't a great singer, but he had it.
It worked. He knew how to fill the gaps in that music perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly.
But this brings me back to something, Jay, that was the impetus for this whole conversation, which was Sammy Hagar was in Montrose, made some good songs, did some good songs, great guitar player. Nobody cared. Sammy Hagar had a solo career, and most of his solo stuff is an afterthought.
Except for when MTV came around.
Sammy did HSAS. Nobody cared. Sammy met Eddie Van Halen, and he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And it's not just about his voice. It's about his voice combined with the right material. And that is brilliance. Yeah, and I got a dog that needs to go out. But Sammy Hagar would be, going back to the original statement, he was a theater act before he met Eddie Van Halen. He went back to being a theater act after Eddie Van Halen. But Sammy Hagar with Van Halen, like David Lee Roth. Sammy Hagar with Van Halen is a legend. Sammy Hagar on his own is an afterthought. Same thing with David Lee Roth.
But Sammy has more success solo than Dave does, except for the 2 records after Van Halen. But once the 80s were over, David Lee Roth was over, except in Van Halen. Sammy
only had 3 records that were successful. The VOA, 3 Lock Box, and Standing Hampton.
Those are 3 great records.
They are. David Lee Roth had Eat 'Em and Smile. I mean, he also had the Crazy from the Heat EP. Eat 'Em and Smile and Skyscraper, and A Little Ain't Enough did okay. I would say the first 3 David Lee Roth solo albums measure up well with 3 Lock Box, VOA, and Standing Hampton, and then the rest of them, it's kind of a push. I think it's kind of a push.
When Roth played the Chance in Poughkeepsie, New York, what was that? I forget what year it was.
Oh no,
Sammy would not play the Chance. That's what I'm saying. Sammy gets more people to his shows.
Dave had a far more precipitous fall than Sammy.
Yeah. Well, it's far more. That Sam and Dave,
no doubt about that,
because they were on equal footing at that point. They shared the headline.
I don't know about that, John. I understand what you're saying, but Sammy could have went out and played a lot of those same venues by himself.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Whereas Dave
too. I mean, they both were the club that I worked at. They both came, a couple of different years, but
who sold more seats or more tickets?
Oh, they both sold out.
Yeah,
they definitely. I mean, up in this.
Yeah,
area,
but that place. What's the casino ball?
2,500.
Yeah,
small theater or a theater type of audience.
I saw David Lee Roth in a tiny little fucking bar in Houma, Louisiana.
What year?
The 1998, and the place was only
just before he went on to the EMT.
It was his last decent. I wouldn't say decent. Right. It was that one moment where he had a moment and came back with the DLR band record. But John didn't play with him. John 5 wasn't playing with him. Bart Walsh was playing with him. And it was embarrassing.
When Dave had a great guitarist, he sold a lot of tickets. When Sam had Michael Anthony with him, he sold a lot of tickets.
Right. So. Sammy Hagar and the Wabos doesn't do good business.
Yeah.
Sammy Hagar with Chickenfoot did good business. Sammy Hagar with the Circle does good business because you've got
moderate theater.
You got guys,
but you've got some names with them too. Yeah. Sammy Hagar and David Lee Roth by themselves are kind of equal when it comes down to it.
I would say so.
Yeah, they're kind of equal. Now, if Dave would have put together the Eat 'Em and Smile band again, suddenly he's playing hockey arenas again. Sure. Sammy Hagar is not playing hockey arenas anymore.
I don't think they're equal. I think Sammy has a much bigger solo audience than Roth does.
I think what Paul just said, if he got back with the Eat 'Em and Smile band, he would be.
Yeah, but you're talking
David Lee Roth solo. You're talking Sammy solo. Sammy doesn't have even with
could Roth sing those songs?
Solo no, he certainly can't. But that's not what we're
sing them back then.
They couldn't sing. Yes,
he's just. But same with Van Halen. When he went out with them, in the recent tours, was he singing at the top of his game? No,
but we're talking.
Sammy sing better.
Let's just take away age and let's take away their obvious degradation of vocal skills, both of whom have lost a step. Sammy's playing a step down now, and about 6 songs into the set, you start to feel it a little bit, and you hear it in Sammy's voice. Dude, he's 73. Fuck yeah, that's going to happen. Yeah. None of us are going to be what we were when we were in our 20s and our 70s. All of that said, let's look at them in their prime. Solo records prior to joining Van Halen, most of Sammy Hagar's solo records were stiffs. He got dropped from 2 labels.
Hit platinum before? I don't.
He did. He did hit platinum. He did hit platinum with VOA. But if just a million, and we say just a million. None of us have ever sold a million, but just a million. David Lee Roth's "Crazy from the Heat" EP sold 1 million, so that's a push.
Eat 'Em and Smile sold at least.
But
how many million was Eat 'Em and Smile?
He was still technically in Van Halen when that.
He was still technically in Van Halen when it happened. Yeah. Sammy Hagar was a decent second-tier act prior to meeting Eddie Van Halen. He just was what he was. There's no shame in that. Sammy Hagar was a very successful, making a living as a musician, never had to worry about his rent being paid ever again. He got into Van Halen and became a fucking legend. And then when he left Van Halen, I happened to love the Marching to Mars record because he was angry on it and shit like Little White Lie. Little White Lie is my favorite Sammy Hagar solo song because it's got all that sort of that energy that he had that he could have had in Van Halen with a little bit of anger in there.
Isn't Slash on that?
I don't know if he is or isn't, but if he is, that would explain the anger on those.
He's on the album.
Oh, okay. So now you're talking about him bringing in some heavy hitters to bolster his record, but then 10-13 and everything after Marching to Mars, diminishing returns, Chicken Foot Records. I happen to like the Chicken Foot Records.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were good. I don't think they were great, but
they're okay. They're okay.
The One Circle,
live.
No, not the live one. The studio album. It's lame.
They have a studio album?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I didn't even know that. I know.
Oh, you mean the one they just did with the
no
the shorts.
You completely forgot it. It's called The Space Between Us.
Oh, I remember hearing that. He advertised some stereo system with the first single or something. Yeah, the first clip, and he walked into a studio and there was some huge speaker in the middle of his room, and it played a clip off of it. Yeah.
James Stewart, Sammy was not a big star before Van Halen. He was
on MTV, man. He was a star on MTV.
He was on MTV, but he wasn't a big star. He was a secondary guy. He was a guy that was
55.
I don't know. 55 came out, man. He was big pimping. Then,
it wasn't huge though. It was like
it wasn't huge.
Rick Springfield or what?
Yeah, he wasn't
terrible too.
Sammy Hagar wasn't Billy Squier big.
Billy Squier, yeah. I mean something like that.
Yeah, Sammy Hagar was not an arena headliner.
No.
Standing Hampton VOA and Three Lock Box are his best solo records.
He was a fully successful solo artist. I mean, he was.
Oh yeah,
definitely. I mean,
he was.
He wasn't selling out arenas. Doesn't say he's not. He wasn't.
He was a successful solo artist, but he was not selling out arenas. He was not an arena headliner, and he was nowhere near as big at the same level of Van Halen, like he likes to say he was. That was
84. Yeah, I mean, he would have been a great opener in 84 for.
And Renus Pinkel tries to perpetuate the untruth that Montrose was big. No, they weren't. Montrose, they weren't.
I wish they. I mean, and they have some great. Their two big albums with Sammy were great albums.
They were great albums.
I don't understand why they're not like classic rock hits. Some of those songs,
they're just not. I mean,
really good songs and stuff.
Rock Candy and Bad Motor Scooter get played now because Sammy was in Van Halen.
Yeah. I never heard of them shits until my brother, like years later, told me about that stuff and had the tapes or whatever. And I love
those two albums.
I was like, this shit sucks. I'm not a huge fan of that, man. I like hearing the modern version,
Space Station 5,
of like Rock Candy and stuff. Like when Tommy Lee and them were jamming on it. Like the original like album versions. I'm like, man, Sammy didn't realize that he could sing yet. Like he wasn't. Even on some of the earlier Sammy, like his solo records, he didn't really push himself then.
Was he self-produced in those days? Did he do?
Well, he would. Templeman did the Montrose records, and I think Templeman did.
That, yeah.
I could be wrong. Somebody can look this up, John Biel. I think Templeman did. Templeman do Standing Hampton as well?
I'll look it up.
No,
Randy Price.
Randy Price. That might have been Keith Olsen, maybe.
It's possible.
Keith Olsen.
Randy Price. We're going to need a Randy Price emoji, Cobra Kai.
That's right.
It's funny. Rico B says Montrose in 1973 went platinum. When did it go platinum? It didn't go platinum when it came out.
No.
It went platinum after Sammy was in Van Halen and people went back and bought it. When you can find out the date of certification.
Yeah, kind of like when Injustice, when the one video came out for Justice, all of a sudden, Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, and Master of Puppets went platinum within like weeks.
Yeah, what happened? when Sammy got into Van Halen, everybody went, "Oh, Sammy Hagar, that's awesome," and went back and look at his catalog sales. This happens all the time. When a band, look what happened to Queen. When the Queen movie came out, when Bohemian Rhapsody came out, what happened?
When Wayne's World came out.
all of those songs ended up back on the charts. What was the #1 hard rock record in America last week? Do you know?
None.
Here I Go Again.
Oh, really?
That was the #1 hard rock song streamed across the United States because she died. Yep. People go back. So you can sit back and say, yes, Montrose went platinum, but it didn't go platinum when it came out. It went platinum 40 years later.
Right.
40 years later.
40 years later.
Well, I hate to say it, but you know, when I got into Van Halen around 88, 0812 time, I went back. Well, 86, but then around 0812, I remember finding a Sammy Hagar tape, you know, for, you know, one of the cheap tapes, you know, brand new, nice price or whatever they used to do. And I put it in, and I was like, yeah, it wasn't.
There were a couple of great songs on some of his early stuff, but I did the same thing. Yeah.
The only stuff I liked was I thought the Montrose stuff was cool.
That's right.
And then
HASA.
I had the HSAS. I had that.
HSAS record is great.
Yeah. I had that, and then the Never Said Goodbye album, and then my favorite song ever is "Winner Takes It All" by Sammy
from Over the Top.
Yeah, I mean that's such a great song, and
it is
the bass solo in that, dude. That's the best Sammy Hagar solo tune ever, I would say.
It's up there.
I like "Can't Get Loose" off of Standing Hampton a lot.
It's a great tune.
I like that a lot. Something about that song builds right. It gives Sammy's vocal performance is good on it. You know, it's just, you know, when you say a band or a guy, an artist isn't as big. There you go. See, Montrose. When did it go? October 13th, 1986.
There you go. Right after. Yeah.
I wonder why. I wonder why the Montrose record went platinum. You know?
I hope Ronnie Montrose called Eddie Van Halen to thank him.
I want to do the Ace Ventura. Yes.
Dude, two of my favorite Sammy solo songs are "Swept Away" and
"That's Sammy's birthday." That was his birthday.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Wow.
Look at that. "Swept Away" and "Rock Is in My Blood." Those two Sammy songs off of VOA are top notch, man.
"Rise of the Animal." Fuck. "Rise of the Animal" is a great fucking song.
Yeah. Then where's
Heavy Metal was a great song.
Inside Looking In. Inside Looking In off of Standing Hampton is a good one.
Standing Hampton. Standing Hampton might be Standing Hampton might be his best start to finish solo record.
Great. It's a good album, man. We covered a lot of shit tonight, boys.
Yes.
You know, I'm not ashamed to admit I like some of Sammy Hagar's solo stuff, but when he writes some sugar-coated diabetes-inducing music, Jesus Christ. It's just
what was Boogie Nights with the band that was in the studio in Boogie Nights? That reminded me of Sammy Hagar. Like there was no like direct connection. But if you watch Boogie Nights, just in this, I was like, that had to be what Sammy Hagar was like in the early '80s. You know, recording in the. Wow. I mean, it's a good movie too, but you know,
Renus Pinkel, Mas Tequila was great when it was called "Rock and Roll Part 2" by Gary Glitter. Same song, song.
Dude, I put it on to make some margaritas a couple weeks ago, and Jeannie was like, "This is the goddamn hockey song."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, Sammy's trying to cash in with this one."
It's a pedophile song.
Yeah, but Sammy was never. Sammy never got in trouble for that.
I got to cut early, guys. Love you.
Good night.
See you, Caleb.
Oh, you're pulling a J. You're pulling me.
I'm pulling a J. I got a J West Coast.
Good night,
Jay.
You guys have a good week. Thanks, everybody.
Good talk.
See you, Caleb.
Bye.
Nah.
Bah.
Well, we'll get off. Jesus, you're sitting here saying goodbye for
Caleb's re-releasing Never Said Goodbye.
Yes.
Later.
My favorite scene in Boogie Nights is when Nina Hartley's getting railed in the driveway, and she turns and looks at William H. Macy and goes, "Please, you're embarrassing me."
Roller Girl, wasn't it? Roller Girl. What's her name?
Heather Graham.
Heather Graham. Yeah, that was a good movie. I haven't seen that in a long time.
It was a funny movie.
I'd have to check that out again.
Funny movie when the colonel shows around. Jack tells me you have a huge cock. Can I see it? Thank you.
That's what Mark Wahlberg's big debut was. I don't know if his debut, but it was his first.
It was a big leading role for him. It was a big move.
Big hit. Yeah.
Yeah. Big.
He had a big part in that.
Yes. Apparently he kept the prosthetic.
A lot of units sold in that. I don't know.
Yeah, I love that driveway scene. You're embarrassing me.
Yeah, what's up with that? I saw that on Facebook or
Mancuda
or YouTube. Yeah, is that
he
from
was
your show?
Yeah,
that was Halloween.
Yeah, or Halloween. Yeah,
yeah. He was on with Fruitcake Tony earlier tonight.
In character or
no? I don't know. John's always in character.
Yeah,
I don't know. Let's see the picture. No, because the time. That's from 2 minutes and 21 seconds of a 5 hour and 15 minute show.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Fruitcake Tony went 5 hours and 15 minutes.
No. That's our Halloween show.
Yeah,
is what that's from. Yeah. No, they're talking about Queensryche tonight.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that show.
Yeah.
I like me. There's some more shit going on with Queensryche.
Yeah, Rico B. I do not have unboxed from Sammy Hagar.
Wait a second.
I have all the Sammy Hagar I want.
I do.
So he has these two guitars. I asked him before if he had. Oh, maybe I asked him if he has any of the DeGarmo guitars.
We've seen the top one. We haven't seen the second one yet.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, send me one of those, John. Will you?
Right.
I gotta let the dog out.
Uh-oh. Killian's awake.
Oh boy.
Oh. Well,
I'm gonna have to go, boys.
What time is it?
Yeah.
2:50.
I gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
Good night, man.
Good night, guys.
See you,
Sorry to split like this, but I gotta go.
All right. Then there were two.
Nah, it's cool.
It's all good.
It's cool. If you're good,
night.
we can go another 10.
Sure. Yeah, we can.
That's all good. You and me.
Why not? Who was that band Eddie Van Halen produced in like 91 or 92, Johnny Beane?
In 91 or 92?
I'm familiar with it. I know that he did produce a band. It was younger kids, right? Like
that was earlier. No, earlier. 91 or 92.
He was busy in those years. I mean, or maybe 92.
He was on tour.
Baby
no,
Animals?
that was Carnal. That was Carnal Knowledge. No, he didn't produce Baby Animals, but yeah, that was Carnal Knowledge years. So he was on tour those years. But no, he produced a band called Private Life in 80. When did the record come out? They opened for Van Halen on the 812 tour after Monsters of Rock, because when I saw Van Halen November of 88, Private Life opened. Yeah, Metal Mike. Yeah, it was Private Life. Their album came out, it would have been 88.
Okay.
Would have been 88. So maybe that's the band you're thinking of.
Private Parts.
And there's pictures of him jamming with them at a club. Let me see if did I save any of that stuff. And yeah, we didn't do any Instagram stuff tonight. But
I don't know anything about that.
Well, I've been meaning to do like Instagram like live stuff at the same time that we're on, because I've got like 15,000 people in there. But yeah, there are some pictures of him jamming. Do I have those? I've got so much stuff, you guys. It's craziness. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, maybe we should do some dedicated shows to some
Beane
of that
collection of
some of that stuff,
memorabilia and such.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, you're probably thinking about Private Life, which was earlier.
Who else did he produce? Did he? What were some of any other projects that went through 5150 in those early years? Aside from Van Halen / Eddie, like Wildlife was an early.
Yeah, it was mostly that. That reminds me, somebody was asking me, we need to do like a Wildlife dedicated.
They need to go. That's one of the things that needs to come out, and Wolfgang needs to release some of that. I don't know if that's under his jurisdiction, but
somebody's
we want to see a real release of that soundtrack. Somebody
has been DMing me, Johnny Beane TV Facebook page, saying, "Hey, you need to do like a Wildlife show," and so we should.
Is it maybe? You said they were going to release like a full official release of that. I have the same one you have, the bootleg.
This one, yeah. There's an official one that just came out, but I don't know if the music is all there.
Is it on?
Yeah, we happen to own like bootleg versions of this. Thank you. Well, mine was from Steve Anderson. I don't know where you got yours, but
yeah, the Wildlife Blu-ray is on Amazon. Yeah, you can get it. You can get it this week. I guess it's I don't know where I got mine. I don't know if I got it on eBay or. Looks the same as this this Blu-ray, but mine's not Blu-ray. Mine.
Yeah. Yours is different. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, Nancy Wilson from Heart. She was in the movie. Yeah. She played the cop's wife.
Such a good movie. It really is.
That Leah Thompson goes to their house and realizes the dude's married. Yeah. It's a great film.
I watch that like once a year. I'll have to watch that soon. It's a good one.
I watched it recently on this.
James Stewart just asked the unanswerable question. What's the best hard rock band of all time?
Van Halen. Thank you.
I think Panama for a long time, I would say Panama is the best. Yeah. Hard rock song of, it's like the quintessential hard rock song. Am I thinking hard rock or not heavy metal? Hard rock. Yeah. Hard rock. Panama is like the hard rock song, in my opinion.
I would say, anyway. I'd say the answer has to be AC/DC, because Back in Black is the greatest hard rock album in the history of
not music. Heavy metal, hard rock.
Hard rock. Yeah. AC/DC is a hard rock band. They're not a heavy metal band.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah. Maybe I'll retract that, because technically Van Halen, really not hard rock. Van Halen it's rock and roll. Van Halen is its own brand of rock.
Rock and roll is like Elvis. Rock is like
Van Halen ventured into pop territory a lot, and I think that they started out as a hard rock band and they became way more.
I think they fell
well-rounded.
They fell into pop rock. They didn't.
No, they didn't fall into it. They deliberately went there right from record number 2. Dude, "Dance the Night Away" is a pop song.
Yeah, but it was
an absolute pop song.
They just wrote a Van Halen tune. I don't think it was ever intended to be a radio hit or.
Well, the pop sensibilities were there from day one.
Yeah. Well, yes. All right, I'll give you that. Yeah, you really. I mean, their first single was "You Really Got Me," which was full on pop. But
yeah, I mean, it was certainly a harder version of it.
But yeah.
But "Dance the Night Away" is a fucking pop song.
Sure, it is. Yeah, I agree.
No, the greatest rock and roll band of all time is the Beatles. You could argue it, but you'd be wrong.
Stones, I don't know. Stones might take that because the Beatles didn't have the longevity of the Stones.
Yeah, but the Stones had more shit in their catalog, more bad records.
Zeppelin, hard rock. Zeppelin is hard. Yeah, like
Zeppelin is. There's an argument that Zeppelin are the greatest hard rock band, except for the fact that they stole their first 3 records.
The Who.
A good amount of the Zeppelin early catalog was stolen, and therefore you kind of sit back and go, okay, AC/DC wins because Back in Black is the greatest hard rock album of all time.
Yeah, and the longevity of the band too. I mean, I think that plays that's a big part into it. Like the Who, I mean, Zeppelin wrote had better songs than
Zeppelin was around for 11 years.
Right. The Who has been around for 50, 60 years almost, you know. But and they're a great, but Zeppelin was probably better than the Who. Probably I don't know.
Oh no, Zeppelin is definitely better than the Who.
Yeah.
The Who is, when the Who is great,
better legacy, I think. I guess the legacy is what we're.
I would say Who's Next is as good as an album as anything Zeppelin has ever released though. Who's Next is arguably the third greatest hard rock album of all time. Top 4 hard rock records, in my opinion, of all time would be Back in Black, Zeppelin 4, Appetite for Destruction, and Who's Next.
What about Van Halen 1?
Van Halen 1's arguably one of the top three debuts of all time. The greatest debut of all time is Appetite for Destruction. And then probably Van Halen 1. And you know, the numbers don't lie. That's the tough part.
Right.
Is that's not a subjective thing. Sometimes you have to look and say, look at what this record did and how it. Van Halen 1 wasn't as big a worldwide phenomenon when it came out as Appetite for Destruction was.
Sure.
Now, that said, Appetite for Destruction probably doesn't happen without Van Halen 1. You know, so there's an argument to be made that one begat the other. Well,
music.
Appetite for Destruction is basically an 80s rehash of Aerosmith's Rocks record, which also deserves to be up there as one of the greatest hard rock albums of all time.
Johnny?
Mechanical Resonance is a fantastic debut, Miles Taylor. That record came out at the same time as Appetite, and were it not for Appetite for Destruction, we might be talking about Tesla's Mechanical Resonance as one of the greatest albums of its time.
Yeah, I never heard it.
No, I mean, no, I've heard it. I mean, Tesla. Not once you say Tesla, I mean,
I think of the car.
It resonates for me.
That first, and Aerosmith. I mean, look, you start to talk about bands that have. We always talk about the theoretical 3-album run, and Aerosmith had it a couple of times. They did it twice in their career, which is why I would put Aerosmith as the top American rock band of all time.
Yeah, their resurgence after Joe came back in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Permanent Vacation, Get a Grip. What was it? Permanent Vacation,
Pump and Get a Grip.
Pump and Get a Grip. Yeah.
But that debut Tesla record is phenomenal.
Tesla's great. I love Tesla.
The unfortunate part about that debut album from Tesla is it came out not only at the same time as Appetite for Destruction, it was on the same label as Appetite for Destruction, and you can only promote one. It can only be one alpha at any one given time. And I think that
Guns N' Roses trumps that. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Appetite definitely. I mean, certainly sold more copies, I would say. Appetite's what? Probably at like 10 million anyway. I would think.
Oh yeah, no, Appetite. Yeah, Appetite's it's close to the 25 million. No, 20 million. Yeah, I mean, and it's an interesting question.
Touch that. I don't think even Van Halen can touch Appetite for Destruction. I mean,
here's the thing. Jeff T needs to understand one of the things. He asked the question, how many more sales would Van Halen have for VH1 if they did videos like Guns N' Roses? Well, they did do videos. And there was an opportunity for MTV to play those videos, and they chose not to. And
there was no MTV when Van Halen did.
But there was Don Kirshner's rock concert. There was Friday night videos. There were things that existed at that time.
It was one night a week. It wasn't like 24 hours a day.
I understand that. And Appetite for Destruction didn't pop until 16 months after it was released. So
that Sweet Child of Mine video was on every 20 minutes.
Right. It absolutely was. Because
once they broke,
Sweet Child of Mine is a bigger hit song around the world than anything off of Van Halen 1. That's clearly a song that was written to be a hit song in its time. And by the way, if Van Halen 1 doesn't happen, Appetite for Destruction doesn't happen. So there are two things that go on there. One, Van Halen 1 came out at a time when that style of music was way out of favor.
Yeah, but if you're talking about the MTV era, 84 was equal to Appetite almost. I would say almost equal. Number of singles.
Jump.
Yeah.
But 84 was the 6th record from Van Halen. All right, you want to compare the two? Compare the two. 1984 comes out. It's Van Halen's 6th album. How many records does it sell before Appetite for Destruction comes out?
I don't know. No, certainly Van Halen's debut versus Guns N' Roses' debut. There's no contest. Guns N' Roses' Appetite was gigantic because of MTV, because of
but it's later on too.
But I mean, I think
if it wasn't for Van Halen 1 and Led Zeppelin and all that stuff, Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses wouldn't be what it was.
Sure. Yeah, and I think the same comparison is almost like if you want to. Appetite for Destruction was huge on MTV. Van Halen was huge in the late 70s for like festival shows and that kind of like big stadium shows and not even headlining, but
Van Halen's first album came out when? 1978, right?
Yeah.
How many total album copies is it sold? Do you know?
7 million.
Jump in.
Let's look up Van Halen's.
I know you got it right in front of you. What is it?
No, I don't. No, I'm looking at 1984. 1984 is still only certified for just over 10 million. I'm sure it's closer to
probably the biggest selling Van Halen album, right?
84 was
probably the biggest selling.
Okay, Appetite for Destruction has sold 30 million copies.
Yeah,
it's a bigger album. It's a bigger album than. It's a bigger single album than any one Van Halen album has ever been released. I'm not saying it's a better album, but it's certainly a better debut album, and it's sold more
MTV
and it's sold more than anything Van Halen has put out.
Well, somebody post that in the group.
Yeah, that's a good topic right there.
So just for the record, Appetite for Destruction has sold more records than Van Halen 1 and 1984 combined.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you want to get? I mean, then you can go into like the Hysteria, that kind of stuff, or I mean, there are others.
But Hysteria wasn't their debut. That's the point I'm trying to make. Is the greatest debut rock album of all time, hard rock album of all time, is undoubtedly, unquestionably Appetite for Destruction.
Yeah, the greatest hard rock album. I mean,
Back in Black.
Yeah,
Back in Black.
I would probably agree with that. Yeah, I think that makes sense to me. Yeah,
but Back in Black followed closely by Appetite for Destruction.
And but I think Def Leppard has sold more albums than the two of them combined. Or no, I think no,
not debut albums.
No.
I
don't know where I'm going. It's freaking late.
I don't know. It's late where you are.
Yes, it is.
And yeah.
Anyway, well, we had a good night tonight. That was a lot of stuff to talk about. Boston?
Yeah. It's very cool.
Well, thank you to all the channel members, which I'm not going to read.
According to the latest scans, Boston's debut album has, and I hate to use this word, only sold 17 million copies.
Damn. Yeah.
What? Gary Bucknoff, where's Guns N' Roses now? Selling out stadiums for the past 6 years.
Yeah. After a 20-year hiatus.
Yeah. Guns N' Roses is selling out 60,000 seat stadiums.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And they still hate each other.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not talking about whether or not they like each other. I would wish that Guns N' Roses put out a good record since 1994? No, they have not. I mean, even the Illusion records, if you took the best of each of the records, you could make one fantastic album. A lot of fat on that band real quick.
They had 2 albums as far as
that was a quick burn. Quick burn.
Appetite and like you say, the combined Illusions.
You could say that, Gary Bucknoff. Gary Bucknoff, you could say you wouldn't go see them, but 60,000 plus people night after night after night are doing so.
Yeah, they do.
Guns N' Roses and Metallica are the only hard rock bands on the planet playing stadiums right now.
Wow. And in 1992.
Yeah. They're I mean, clearly
they again together, do a tour together.
Yeah, again. That's the funny thing about it is both
How
of
many
them.
Years?
Yeah, both of them can do that.
How many years has it been up? 29 years?
Jesus.
Are you kidding? Oh my gosh.
What, since the What did they call that?
Since those tours, that tour that they did back then.
What was wasn't their name? What was the name of that tour?
Jumpio. What was it? And hey, thank you to Trevor Burnson. I want to add you to the list of channel members soon. Trevor Burnson. Thank you, man.
Burnson. Maiden Place stadiums were in South America.
Not in the United States. They don't. Stones aren't a hard rock band.
Yeah, and yeah.
Maiden doesn't play.
Again, we've had that argument. Def Leppard does not sell out stadiums.
Nope.
Even in their prime, they did a few stadium headlining shows. That was probably the end of it. But.
Huh?
Def Leppard.
Hysteria.
Oh, they sold out Giant Stadium. They did Giant Stadium with Hysteria.
With Hysteria, they did arenas and probably stadiums, but
sure they did.
Since Hysteria.
Yeah, since Hysteria, they haven't been
They
anywhere.
play AAA baseball stadiums. They did a whole they did do a AAA baseball or whatever, AA, whatever it was, A-League baseball tour back in the 2000s. They did a big tour. Anyway.
Yep.
Yes.
It is interesting that you mentioned that, Johnny, though, that 29 years later, the two bands that were playing stadiums in 1992 are the only two hard rock bands that can play stadiums in 2021. That's fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty amazing.
Wow. Makes me feel 13 again. Thank you.
That's amazing, yeah.
Right, CK?
And they're both huge fans of Van Halen, so.
Yes.
Van Halen influenced both of them.
And leave a thumbs up and
Very
subscribe
much.
And follow us everywhere. Except to bed.
Yeah.
All right.
Have
a good night, everyone. Have a good week. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to tune in Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Straturdays, and every other night. There's something out there for you all the time.
That sounded like you were trying to give people hope. Yeah, guys. There's something out there for you. Folks. Don't worry, you're going to be okay. There's something out there.
Metal Wednesdays. Come on, Metal Wednesdays.
Oh yeah, coming up this week is Metal Wednesday.
Uplifting.
Ignore Tuesday night, so that show will go away.
Man, I've missed a Tuesday night. I haven't seen a Tuesday night show in a while, guys. I miss you guys. I have to watch some of the back.
Yeah, we miss you then because I'm always asking where you are, and you're never there.
Yeah, because one of either John or I will mention some sort of an obscure thing, and he's like, "Shit, I got to look it up."
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Tuesdays will, eventually that show will go away.
That would be great.
Wow. You heard it here first. Saturday night's going nowhere, folks.
It appears the producers are canceling the Tuesday night show.
Yeah. Paul didn't get the memo.
It's funny. I only keep showing up to this show because I get the invite. It's so easy to make me go away. If Johnny stops sending me the invite, I'll stop showing up. It's so easy to do. He knows it too.
Yes. All right, guys. I think we're good.
Oh yeah, you guys want to do it? You guys want to do a raid over on the blues, the English blues show?
Are they live? Yeah.
Are they on?
Go for it.
They're on?
We should send everybody over there. Johnny Beane raid.
What? They got 4 people watching?
Oh,
let's make it 4.
Oh, shots fired.
Where are they? Oh, they got 13.
Fruitcake, okay. Yes, you know what you're talking about. Fruitcake.
They got 13 watching. Okay, let's cover your ears, everybody. There we go.
Johnny Beane raid.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, Johnny Beane.
Sing this with the bass and drums, not really guitar at all, not no other thing. It's really good.
You think they're expecting us?
No,
time for that Johnny Beane raid.
And I am.
Yeah,
I don't.
Here they come.
Nobody,
bloody Americans.
guitar to come.
All right,
right
there
now
they are
for a change of emphasis.
In the chat,
I can just do that.
Jump over there. Say Johnny Beane raid in their
build
chat.
The tension before the solo begins as well. There's a kind of lead into it.
This will be obnoxious.
As you say, Brad, it's got a lovely, mellow, mournful feel.
So
full of feel.
Lovely.
Big sound,
mournful.
Now I see
strings and organ under the solo.
Ranking the tracks from
with the bass and the drums.
Johnny Beane Raid, Johnny Beane Raid, Johnny Beane Raid. Get them to mention us right away.
Loud phrase,
Gary Moore,
which is, really, clearly he's gone off in a.
Oh yeah, we just got them up
at this point.
Andrew,
raided, guys. Who's got the siren?
Good morning. I haven't got the siren. Good morning, Johnny Beane. Fruitcake.
Good morning. Right?
Who else? Rico B. Maria Valenzuela. Hello. Renus. How you doing, Renus? KXM Rock. Great.
Hey, Johnny.
Jeff Doughton. Miles Taylor. Mark.
Say DVD.
John BL.
Oh yeah. Everybody
DVD
say in their chat.
Right,
say DVD.
So how many subs does that give us? Don't
say
forget to
DVD
channel,
in their
guys.
chat.
Thank you,
DVD.
Neanderthal.
Say DVD.
DVD.
Oh, they're doing it.
What we need is, Johnny needs to say picture.
Nice.
Yes.
See, all the rat bags are here, and I'm
Rat
not an
bags.
Australian.
That's an
I'm a
insult.
New
I'd
Zealander.
look that up, man.
Yeah, we'd like to point out to Mr. Beane that rat bag is a New Zealand saying, not an Australian one. It's very bad to mix them up.
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
An Australian version of a rat bag is an X-rated word that we can't say on this show. It's called a pack of.
Pack of rat bags.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Thank you for the raid, guys.
Thank you for the raid, guys. Good to see you. I hope you're all good.
They're talking about Gary Moore.
Yeah, you're right.
Ranking the tracks blues
Bag
for
is a great band.
Greenie,
3 more
Gary
from them
Moore.
later. Yes.
Never heard of it. Paul's got it.
Oh, Wado.
Yes,
Paul's
I
going to
do.
be their next guest.
Morning, everyone.
All right.
All right.
DVD.
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 Unpronounceable name.
All right.
Never know.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you guys soon. And look for me on Amazon, johnnybeane.shop. I'll do something over there very soon.
Yeah. Thanks for dropping by, guys. It's very nice.
Good night.
Yeah. Thank you, Neanderthal. So yeah, we're up to gassing on in the middle of the video. So it's a 20 out of 10. I think you're right. I think it's it's the